Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Hey, listen, are you still out there? You're still with me, folks? Boy, after a hour and a half weather delay from lightning, it appears that we are ready to actually finally start Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a late one, folks. Grab your mug of coffee, like I did here. You're going to see Melissa Stark looks like she's been through it already out on that field. As we've all been, just sitting here waiting, feeling a little tired. Figured we'd be at halftime already. But no, the game has yet to even kick off. So it's going to be a late night. If you want to stick around, hang out with your boy King as we watch Sunday Night Football and the Cowboys take on the Steelers. Grab some coffee and hang out. Or maybe something stronger. I don't know. Maybe like a little late night nightcap. Hey, whatever does it for you, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever floats your boat. Thank you for joining me here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, if you like us here, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. Helps us out tremendously. We thank you so very much. We actually hit our goal of 100 subscribers today. That was our goal for the end of the year. We've reached it in week 5, which is incredible. And again, we cannot thank you guys enough. So now the goal is 200. Of course it is. Of course it is. You got to instantly go to the next goal. There's no wallowing in the glory. There's no saying, oh, we have achieved the goal. That is it. No. Now you move on to the next step, which is 200. And again, you guys can help us out with that, with liking, with sharing, with subscribing. I certainly hope you do so. Also, we have the link for our donation station. If you want to help us out here a little monetarily with our funds, that would be fantastic. Our boy Bryce right now, leader in the clubhouse, he donated $5 to the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is, again, down in the description and in our chat, pinned in the chat there for you. You can go check that out for us. Also, we have the link to our merch store down there. New merch going in there all the time. We just have our brand new Washington Football Team of Redskin Commanders shirt that has launched this week. We also have other stuff in there for the Jets, the Giants, the Eagles. We got 8-bit helmet shirts. More will be going in there. I believe we have a Seahawks and a Packers one going in there. So we got a dynamic return here on the kickoff. Dallas is taking it all the way up to the 39-yard line. But we already have a flag on the play. Very first play of the game, we have a flag. So, boy, that flag number did not stay at 0 for long. Oh, we have the Steelers. Somebody left early. They were in the neutral zone. Illegal formation is the official call, as it looks like somebody on the Steelers moved before it was. Ooh, that's barely. That's barely. I wouldn't even call that, but they did. So there we go. Cowboys have the ball at the 30. I'm sorry, now because of the penalty, at the 43-yard line. Dak Prescott first pass throws, caught by CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be a catch for about 2.5 yards on 1st and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys. Why is the flag still up there? Oh, because I only got rid of the flag number. I didn't get rid of the flag icon. That's my bad. Sorry about that, folks. So here we are here on a lot later on a Sunday night than we thought we'd be. We are at 9:40. What is it? 8 now? Yep. So really late here. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Cowboys. Snap. Prescott throws over to his left side again. CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be a first down for Dallas. And 2 completions, not 2 first downs, but two passes to CeeDee Lamb, 2 catches. That is a first down, and the Cowboys are in Steelers territory already. They're at the Steelers' 41-yard line is Dallas. Dak under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and that is going to go for maybe a yard. Rico Dowdle with the carry for the Cowboys. And it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up here for Dallas. Dak Prescott in not quite a shotgun. I'd say that's more of a pistol. Could be okay. And Dak throws it off to his right side again to CeeDee Lamb. And again, CeeDee Lamb's going to pick up about 3.5 to 4 yards on the completion. So now we're going to have 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 22 receptions for 323 yards, averaging 14.7 yards per touch so far here in 2024 after signing his massive deal. 3rd and 5. Dak again in the shotgun position. He takes the snap, steps back, looks, throws, incomplete. On 3rd down, Jalen Tolbert was the intended receiver, and it's going to be 4th and 5, and Dallas is going to have to punt here on their first drive. Couple of good passes, but they did not make it through. ELS! How you doing, man? We are getting a lot later start here tonight than we all thought we would be. Lightning's a bitch, but what are you going to do? Like I said, I got another. It started this day with a big mug of coffee. I'm ending the day with a big mug of coffee. Actually, Dallas is going for a field goal here. 55-yard attempt. Aubrey kicks. And, of course, Brandon Aubrey. He's been kind of a master of all this, and that's going to be good. So the Dallas Cowboys on the board first. 3-0. As we start on this very late Sunday night football. Indeed, long. Again, the game was supposed to start, 8:15, 8:20. Did not start until 9:45. Again, I didn't mind it too much. I got to spend a little extra time with the wife. So that's, that was always good because she was, she's feeling kind of sick. Sundays, I'm on here all the time now, talking to everybody, having a good time, having a great time. Again, thank you, everybody, for, no, I didn't make this is still, believe it, this is still the morning coffee. I made like a full pot this morning, and I'm kind of the only one who drank it. My wife was feeling a little iffy this morning, so she didn't drink her coffee, or as much of it as she normally would. So I basically had a whole pot here still. So I just kind of reheated that sucker up and made that. But I do have the apple crisp coffee, and I'll tell you what, that stuff is beautiful. It's a very good dessert coffee. For this time of night, it's a perfect coffee, and I'm kind of upset, but I didn't want to waste the other coffee I made. I'm a man who doesn't like to waste stuff. I know some people are like, just dump the coffee, make a new pot. I don't know. There's something in the back of my head that's like, don't waste it, don't waste stuff. So I still have. I'm still using the cup of coffee that I had this morning. From the carafe, if you will. But I'll tell you what, man, that apple crisp coffee from Aldi's is super premio numero uno. Love it. It is the best. But yeah, so I mean, the weather delay was unexpected. We're going to be up late tonight. We are going to be up late tonight here on Stay Tuned Sports, bringing you the Cowboys and the Steelers. So that's what I said. Grab a cup of coffee, come hang out with me, and let's watch this game together with everybody. And if you're watching along, you can come on, join the chat. ELS is in the chat with me here. You can join us in the chat, talk about how your team did today. If you're a Chiefs or a Saints fan, talk about how you're feeling about tomorrow. And let's go ahead and get this going. As we are waiting for the commercial break to end here. What do I want to do here? I know what I want to do. Let's jump in here. There we go. ELS, guess what, man? You've just been elevated. You are now a moderator in our chat just to keep an eye on things for the bots and stuff like that as things maybe get to grow. Hopefully the more people that come in, we're going to do that. But I just wanted to shout that out. Thank you so much, man, as we'll do that. Okay, on the kickoff here, that's going to be another return. So 2 kickoffs, and we have 2 dynamic returns. No touchbacks yet. Steelers get the ball. Justin Fields taking the field for the Steelers as they're getting ready for their first drive of the night. As we're running through here, the Steelers starting lineup. Justin Fields in the shotgun. Ball on the 25-yard line. Snap. Takes it. That's going to be... He's going to pull it down himself. He's going to run towards his right. He's going to pull it upfield. He's going to get about 8 yards, maybe 9, depending on the spot. Runs over Pickens, his own receiver. But going to be second and short here. Second and 1, second maybe 2, depending on the spot. And hopefully there's not too many bots as we go here, but I already saw we had some during the Giants Seahawks game, so it's always good to have somebody in there that can help take care of that if I'm too busy watching the game or doing something like that. So thank you so much, ELS. You've been a lifesaver in here. I got to let you know that, especially with all the stats and updates. Second down and 2. That's going to be a pitch out and a first down, a gain of about 4 there for the Steelers. That was Najee with the carry, Najee Harris. Fresh set of downs here for the Steelers. First and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Justin Fields back, looks, throws. He's got somebody open down the field, but cannot hold on to it. That was Connor Hayward, unfortunately, unable to come down with it. It was just a little bit overthrown. He stretched out for it. He got his hands on it, but just couldn't hold on. Justin takes a little shove right after. Oh, and he had it too. He had it and he tucked it, but as he fell to the ground, it popped out. So Justin Fields on second and 10, he's going to pull it down. He's going to gain roughly about 5 yards. And we have flags down, and Justin Fields is down. I almost said Jalen Hurts. Oh, it looked like he was curled up in a fetal position, but I don't know what's going on. But we do have a flag. We have our second flag of the game. Holding on Dallas. We got holding on Dallas, and that is going to be the second flag of the game. So 5-yard penalty, but automatic first down for the Steelers. And now we have an injured Cowboy. Marshawn Kneeland, rookie second-round selection out of Western Michigan. Go Broncos. He is currently sitting on the wet Heinz Field turf, and it'll be a cold day in hell before I ever call it Acrisure Stadium. That is Heinz Field. It will always be Heinz Field. That is a hill I will die on. I don't care. I don't care. Come arrest me. But boy, oh boy, let me tell you, we had some interesting football today. Started off this morning with the Jets and Minnesota. Minnesota had a nice, comfortable lead. The Jets come storming back, trying to go ahead and actually, if they had a touchdown on their final drive, they would have taken a lead and possibly won the game by 1 point. It would have been the second 1-point win of the week, but instead, Aaron Rodgers is unable to get the Jets. And again, the Jets' offensive woes continue. They can't run the ball. There seems to be some kind of issues going on there. Their defense is playing well, but the offense is having issues there with the Florham Park New York Jets. So we don't know, but they did lose to Minnesota. Minnesota starts 5-0 as they win 23-17 over the Jets. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the last winless team in the NFL, winless no longer. They beat, of course, the team they always beat down in Jacksonville, the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, no matter how good or how bad they are, will never seem to be able to beat Jacksonville. It just is their bugaboo team as Jacksonville wins 37-34 over Joe Flacco and the Indianapolis Colts. The Miami Dolphins, who might have been the worst playing team in the NFL in these first 5 weeks, but they pull out a win against New England in New England, 15-10. I'm surprised by that. I thought New England, as bad as they are, was still better than Miami. But Miami's able to go ahead and pull out the win there. I thought Carolina was going to be able to get a pretty decent win today over the Bears. That's why I had picked them in my pick'ems, but that turned out not to be the case. 36-10. Caleb Williams and the Bears dominate the Carolina Panthers. Carolina might find their way back into the Booty Cheeks 5. As I'm looking at, Jimbo still had him there. Maybe Jimbo was all right. Maybe Jimbo had it right all along. I don't know, because he's had Carolina in his Booty Cheeks 5 since the start. But I had them. I kind of put them out of there after they had the win, and then they gave the Cincinnati Bengals all they could handle. I was like, all right. I can see that they're getting better, but not in this game. And again, they got crushed by the Bears, 36-10. So we are back from the injury timeout. 1st and 10 for the Steelers from their 47-yard line. Justin Fields takes a snap, back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught. And a gain of about 7. Pickens with the catch and carry. 2nd down. And about 3, maybe a long 2 coming up here for the Steelers. Overshown. Might be a little overshown here. 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Steelers. Justin Fields actually under center right now. He takes the snap. That's going to be a handoff to Najee, but Najee is not going to get anywhere except back to the line of scrimmage. We have a Cowboy without his helmet. As he's able to go ahead and put it back onto his dome. So, we're going to have 3rd and a deuce coming up here for the Steelers. Fields is in shotgun. Najee is in motion. He's bouncing around everywhere there. Now out of the backfield. Play clock down to 4. Fields takes the snap, looks, throws. That is going to be caught by Najee out of the backfield. 1st down and a little bit more as he's carrying 2 Cowboys on his back. 1st down, Pittsburgh. They continue to move the chains and move the ball. Interesting Packers fact. This comes from ELS in the chat. If you're watching and want to join us in the chat is open. Come on in, say hi, say how you doing, and have a little conversation with us as we have a little late night football here. Xavier McKinney is the first player with an interception in each of his first 5 games with the team. That team being the Packers. Of course, he used to be with the Giants. Why the Giants let him go, I will never know. And it's still one of those things that hurts. Like I'm more upset that we lost McKinney than we are that we lost Barkley, I'll tell you the truth. Justin Fields, big throw on 1st down. It's going to be incomplete. He gave it a shot. He gave it a good shot there. As it looked like Darnell Washington was the intended receiver, tight end. And he was able to get a hand on it, but not too much else. 2nd and 10 coming up. Fields under center. He's going to hand it off here. And that's going to be a gain of 2 yards for the Steelers. Jonathan Ward with the carry. And also ELS with another Packers fact. He's a Packers fan, so I'm pretty sure he would have the skinny on that. And we'll let you know that right after this 3rd and 8 play. That's going to be a pitch out here. And that's going to gain about 6 yards, but it's going to be about 2.5 yards short of the 1st down for the Steelers. Aaron Shimkin there with the carry. Chris Boswell coming onto the field to go ahead and try to tie this game. It is currently 3-0 Cowboys. Boswell, 41-yard field goal attempt, snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. And we got a tie ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3, Cowboys and Steelers, 7:33 left here in the first. Getting back to that Packers fact that ELS was giving us in the chat, the Green Bay Packers are the very first NFL franchise ever in the history of the NFL. Hundreds, 5 years now? Uh-oh. Oh, bless me. That one is on me. God bless me. But the Packers are the very first NFL team to score 20,000. Is that 20,000 or 30,000? Oh, no, 30,000. My God, 30,000 points in their history. Packers, the very first team to do so in the NFL. And today is also the first time in NFL history that there have been multiple defensive touchdowns of 100-plus yards in the same week or even on the same day. So, it's been a real wacky season so far. And like I said, we've had the goofy weeks in the years past, and it's like, oh, wow, NFL, is this going to get any wackier? Can anything else get weirder? But it seems like every single week there seems to be even more weird shit happening in the NFL, more so than usual on any other year. Like, we all thought week 2 was going to be the weird, wacky week, and then week 3 happened, and that was weirder. And then week 4 happened, and that was weirder. And then we have week 5. And we have the Giants beating the Seahawks. You got Miami beating New England, who have sucked so bad. You got Jacksonville getting their first win against Indianapolis. You got Buffalo losing 2 straight. You got Cincinnati at 1-4, losing in overtime after Lamar Jackson fumbled and put the Bengals right in field goal position with the fumble. And then McPherson, usually reliable, misses horribly on his kick. And then give the Ravens a chance to win there. Denver crushes Vegas. Denver, all of a sudden, 3 straight wins, looking like a actual team now. Granted, they are beating up on some of the lesser teams, and even the Jets. There wasn't, again, I really wouldn't call that a win last week, but it definitely is better than a loss. And, a win is a win, no matter what, even if it is terribly and awful to watch. But, again, Denver, 3 straight. Now they're 3-2. You get the Packers squeaking it out there against the Rams. You got the Cardinals with their 1-point win over the San Francisco 49ers today, 24-23. And then Brock Purdy getting hurt as he's trying to throw the ball, takes a helmet right to the elbow and is intercepted as the ball was popped in the air from that, and that ends the game. So, again, real weird, wacky stuff happening in the NFL this week. As we take a look at Snoop Dogg hanging out with his Pittsburgh gear. He's a big Steelers fan, as we know, even though he grew up in Southern California. Apparently, big Steelers fan. So here we go. Here comes the kick, and the Cowboys will take a dynamic touchback. First touchback of the game here. As we now take a look at this monstrous Pittsburgh defense. And if the Steelers continue to do anything this year and continue to win and continue to be in contention for the division and a playoff spot, it will be because of this defense. Their offense is improving. Justin Fields is looking better. But this defense is the absolute bread and butter when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Dak Prescott in shotgun, and before anything happens, we got ourselves a flaggy boy. I'm a flaggy boy, such a flaggy boy, and we've got false start on Ty Guyton or Gwitten, depending on however you want to say it. So, flag count goes up to 3. Again, I count the flags based on how many are thrown, not whether or not they are accepted. I know Tom Grossi does it that way. I do it for every flag thrown. Otherwise, I would call it a penalty counter. I don't call it a penalty counter. I call it a flag counter. So when you see a flag, it goes on the board. Even if they pick it up, even if it's not accepted, it goes on the board. Dak Prescott throws out of the backfield. That's going to be a gain of, as the chain gang guy kind of takes a bit of a scary hit there as Turpin with the catch out of the backfield. Turpin kind of jumping up there. Maybe got a little stinger from the yard marker. As he's kind of hit right into it there. 7:06 left here in the first quarter. Prescott takes the snap. He's back. He looks. He throws over the middle. And that is going to be caught. But is that going to be short? Depends on the spot that the officials give. They are making it short. They're saying it is about half a yard short. Cowboys are moving up to the line here. It is 3rd and 1. Dak Prescott fakes the pitch. He takes the ball. He avoids the sack, then just chucks the ball away. There is nobody in the area, and I don't think he was out of the tackle box. That might be intentional grounding. The referees are discussing it. And there is the flag. They have thrown it. The flag is thrown. Counter goes up to 4. And that's going to be intentional grounding on the Cowboys. 10-yard penalty, loss of down. 4th down, Cowboys will be forced to punt. So again, that Steelers defense coming up big here. You know, the Eagles are rooting for the Cowboys to lose here. Washington certainly is too, as they sit on top of the NFC East at 4-1, as they dismantled the Browns. So far you had the Cowboys beat the Browns, you had the Giants beat the Browns, and now the Washington football team and Redskin Commanders have beaten the Browns. Next week it will be the Eagles versus the Browns. And boy, oh boy, can I tell you, if the Eagles even struggle against the Browns, let alone if they lose to them, it's going to get loud in the city of brotherly love. Philadelphia is not going to be very happy. So, here come the Cowboys as they're ready to punt the ball. As they're going to punt the ball out of anger here. Because anger's their punter, you see. And the kick is away. And that is going to be fair caught at the 25-yard line, and that is where the Steelers will take over. 6:32 left here in the first quarter. Yes, it is still only the first quarter because of an hour and 45-minute weather delay. Not an hour 45. It was about an hour and a half weather delay. The game was supposed to start at 8:15, 8:20. Instead, started at 9:45. So, bit of a late start here. But we're going to be with you all the way to the end, into the wee hours of the morning. And when Sunday Night Football turns into Monday Morning Football, we're still going to be here with you on Stay Tuned Sports. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you like what you're watching, you like what you're seeing, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. Like we said, the likes help us out with the algorithm. Sharing us like your favorite STD helps us get around, gets more views. Of course, is always helpful and appreciated by us. And of course, giving us a subscribe. Again, we reached our goal of getting to 100 before the year's end, and we did it in week 5. And again, we cannot thank you guys enough for helping us to reach that goal so quickly. Now, of course, the goal is 200. So, like, share, subscribe. That helps us out. If you want to help donate to help the show out, we do have the links for our donation station in the comments, in the chat here. It's in the chat. It's pinned to the chat. So if you want to come hang out in the chat, that's there as well. It's also in the description. Same for our merch store. We have those links there in the chat and in the description as well as our Discord. We're getting a bit of a baseball update here from ELS in the chat. Of course, we saw that the Phillies beat the Mets 7-6. And currently right now in the other National League playoff game, it is the Padres 4, Dodgers 1, as that is currently now in the bottom of the 7th. So, Padres looking to get a win there against their hated SoCal rivals, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who should be moved back to Brooklyn immediately. Sorry for the sniffles. I got the boogies. Marshawn Kneeland has been officially listed as questionable return with a knee injury for the Dallas Cowboys. And again, yes, if you would like to also donate to Hurricane Helene relief, please find your local charity. Help donate. Don't donate to the Red Cross. They're usually bad. Here on 1st and 10, Justin Fields with a high pass. It is caught miraculously, and it is going to be a gain of a couple yards there. I wonder what happened with kneeling there. Did something roll up on him, or did he just step wrong? I don't know. But usually if it's non-contact, that's never a great sign. 2nd and 3, when I said a couple, I didn't mean it was 7, but it was a 7-yard gain on that kind of very high floaty pass there from Justin Fields. He's under center now, and he's going to hand it off here to Najee Harris. And Najee is going to push himself forward and get a first down. But we have, ladies and gentlemen, a marker down. Flag is down. And this is going to be illegal use of hands on the Cowboys. Uh-oh. Automatic first down. Illegal use of hands, hands to the face. And yeah, no, he was half a step away from ripping the helmet off. That is going to be a penalty. And that's going to bump the flag counter now up to 5. Justin Fields again under center. He's going to take a snap. He fakes the handoff. Has time. All the time in the world. Deep ball. Almost intercepted and then almost caught by Jefferson. So that kind of ping-ponged around. A bit of a tip drill. Lucky it wasn't picked. And the Cowboys were lucky then it wasn't caught off the tip of the pick. And because it would have been an easy walk-in for a touchdown if he was able to catch that. But incomplete as it stands. Second and 10. Justin Fields takes a snap. Oh! He takes a hit. I thought he might have been down, but the ball comes loose. The Steelers come up with it. It is Steelers' ball. Clock is running, but I thought he might have been down. Clock is running. Because he got hit right up the middle. Takes the hit down. Okay. He knocked the ball out when he got hit, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. I didn't see that part. I did not see that in real time. So here we go. 3rd and fucking forever. 3rd and 24 coming up here for the Steelers. And Dallas is going to challenge the ruling of the field of that the Steelers recovered the fumble. So we have a challenge here. Cowboys with the challenge. But that's the bottom of the pile. You never know what happens on the bottom of the pile. So I don't know what you're going to say. There's no such thing as a clear recovery when you're on the bottom of a pile. There's people coming in. It's being fought for. You can't say that's clear, and it's a mess of hands. So I think that's a bad challenge, to be honest, to tell you the truth. I don't think that's a good challenge from Mike McCarthy. I don't know. Because you can't tell anything definitively. And listen, if they let that play that happened with the Giants earlier, where the Giant play was either down by contact before the ball came out, or the ball crossed the plane when it came out. So there were two, of all the things that happened, he's either down by contact, or the ball crossed the plane before he lost possession. Those two things happened before you can ever think about calling it a fumble, and the ref still called it a fumble. If you're going to look at this and come up with anything other than call stands, especially after that happened, something's funky, something's fishy. Because I don't like that. That to me, you can't tell what happens under a fumble pile. You can't. We do have a quote here from Kyle Shanahan. He said his kicker, Jake Moody, has suffered a high ankle sprain, and he's going to be sidelined, unfortunately, multiple weeks. And that's a shame because Moody is a hell of a kicker. One of the better ones in the league. But he's going to be sidelined. So that's another injury for the 49ers and another key one. And you wouldn't think about it until you need a long field goal. And Moody's kind of been a very decent kicker, one of the better kickers in the NFL. Let me get up for a second here. I have to grab something real quick, and I will be right back. Literally 2 seconds. And we're back. And we're back. Oh, you got Moody in fantasy too. Ooh, sweet doggy. That's not good. That's not good. How you doing in your fantasy football this week there, ELS? I didn't quite get the update today with everything. How we doing? So it is still 3rd and 24. The call does stand. Like I said, I think that was just a bad challenge there from the Cowboys. I don't know what the hell they're thinking because it is 3rd and forever anyway. So here comes Justin Fields. He's back. He looks. He throws just out of bounds. So 4th and 24, and the Steelers are going to go ahead and punt this ball away to the Dallas Cowboys. As I have another sip of my coffee, trying to stay awake here on a super late Sunday night football. I've been with you since 9:30 this morning when the Jets took on the Vikings. Oh, and they just get the kick away. Dallas had a pretty good chance there at a block, but the Steelers do get it away. The ball does bounce down to just inside the 25-yard line of Dallas. And that is where they will go ahead and take possession. Man, good punt on what could have been a very close block there. Let's see here. ELS, in your fantasy team, you are losing by a score of 117.7 to 83.3. Oh, no. You do have Mahomes and Ferguson left on your roster. And your opponent has Jamal Williams there and Xavier. See, that's going to hurt because Mahomes might get you points, but considering the Chiefs' wide receiver situation, any points you're going to get from Mahomes are probably going to go to Xavier Worthy too. So, double-edged sword there. That sucks. That sucks. Dallas, 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff and a gain of 2 yards. So 2nd down coming up here for the Cowboys, who play in Arlington, which is roughly 20 to 25 miles outside of Dallas. So not nearly as close as the Jets or Giants play to the downtown of their host city. 2nd and 8. Dak Prescott in shotgun. Got a man in motion. He hands it off, but it's going to be sniffed out by the Steelers. That Steelers defense. Herbig with the tackle for loss. And Dallas is going to have 3rd and a hell of a long way to go. Herbig sniffed that out real quick. And he does a real creepy celebration. Don't like that. Don't like that. 3rd and 14 coming up here for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott looking. He's going to air it out all the way down the field. That's going to be caught. Did he tiptoe in? And he did. CeeDee Lamb with the catch. Tiptoes inbounds. Caught. Toes down. And he maintains control. Holy shit, what a catch. CeeDee Lamb. My God. Worth every penny, man. At the end of the day, worth every penny if you're thinking about it. Salvador in the chat. One classic but don't have in best moment. Not quite sure what that means, but I'm glad to have you in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Dak Prescott, first down, throws to CeeDee Lamb again. It's going to be a first down and more. About a 15-yard gain for CeeDee Lamb, and Dallas really moving the ball now on this drive. CeeDee Lamb kind of owning this drive right now as the Cowboys are on the Steelers' 34-yard line. Prescott in shotgun. Snap. Takes it. Hey, throws it out of the backfield. And that is going to be about 7 or 8 yard gain there for Turpin out of the backfield. So 2nd and 3 coming up here. Maybe 2nd and 2, depending on the spot. Second and 3 is what the refs are calling it here. And Dak Prescott under center. He's going to hand it off here, and that's going to be another first down for the Cowboys and more. As Dowdle gets down to about, I want to say, the 15-yard line, and the Cowboys are cooking here. Fresh set of downs. 150 left here in the first quarter. Steelers defense on their heels right now from the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Dak comes up to the line, changing the play or calling out protections. One or the other. Play clock under 5. In shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw that over to his left, and that's going to be a gain of 4 yards for the Cowboys. Is that Tolbert there with the catch? I do believe that is. And indeed, it is Jalen Tolbert. So, the Cowboys with a gain of 4 there on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 11. The Cowboys have to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. And it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a barely any gain, maybe 6 inches. Dowdle again with the carry. So now 3rd down. And again, about 4. They might call it a long 3. Like I said, he got about a half a yard gain on that last play. Oh, they're calling 3rd and 6. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That's my screw up. Dak Prescott takes the snap. He's back. There's a little bit of holding on. Oh, and Dak gets crushed. Drops the ball. We have a fumble, and it is Steelers' ball. Dak got sandwiched. Dropped the ball. Steelers get that Steelers defense again. TJ Watt, meet me at the quarterback. Let's get a turnover. And that's exactly what happened. And that's how the first quarter ends. Cowboys' promising drive ends with a Dak Prescott turnover on a sack. TJ Watt being held the entire time still breaks through. And they're able to get the turnover. Frustrating if you're a Cowboys fan. That's got to be absolutely frustrating. Put together a great drive. You get all the way down the field. It looks like you're going to score. I mean, you're well within the red zone there. And just again, that Steelers defense, right when you need it to. They're bending a little bit, but didn't break. They almost broke Dak in half. Jesus Christ. And that's where they'll take over. And, if it's just, listen, that Steelers defense is going to make a lot of teams look goofy and silly. They are. Like, no matter how good you think you are, whether you're a good team, bad team, that Steelers team is going to make you look like a bad team. That's how good they are. But here we go. Starting the second quarter. We are now, where are we? 10:30. It's 10:29 currently. We're going to be 10:30 here as we are just starting the second quarter when we would be getting close to ending the game here. You know, like that weather delay really kind of screwed up everybody. And something that's making the rounds here on Twitter and, well, around all social media is we got George Pickens, the wide receiver for Pittsburgh, clearly, obviously. His eye black today. Very interesting. Written on there. I know a lot of players write messages on there. Usually sometimes they'll write a Bible verse, chapter, verse, all that kind of stuff, like a John 3:16 or something like that, or anything like that. Or we saw the one college player that got the attention for having the eye black that just said, kill everybody. Well, George Pickens' eye black today, he has written on there, open fucking always. So, in case you wanted to know what he thinks about whether or not he should be getting the ball or not, well, he thinks he is always fucking open. NBC, God, you just, please stop doing this graphic with, I don't know what you're doing, but stop it. Like, you're not ESPN. This is goofy ass shit. Please stop. Yes, TJ Watt is amazing. It's amazing that he's able to get to Dak and punch out the football while being held. Like, that's incredible. Like, he's such a freak talent. He's just an absolute freak talent. You cannot speak enough about TJ Watt. I mean, he's up there. He's on par with what his brother's doing, and he might be doing it even better. We got a handoff on first down for the Steelers on the first play of the second quarter. And that's going to be good for, I want to say, about 6 yards, maybe 7. We will see. Jonathan Ward with the carry. And we got a flag here as we have, is that a false start or a legal procedure or a legal formation or whatever? They have like 10 different things. It's just a false start on Washington, the receiver. So there you go. There's another flag, and there is flag number 6 for the evening. Again, if you're just joining us, I count all flags thrown, not if they're just accepted or even if they're picked up. Any flag thrown gets on the flag counter. It's not a penalty counter. It's a flag counter. Any flag on the field, that gets added to the counter. 2nd and 8, Justin Fields, throws. That's going to be caught. Or are they saying it's a pick? It looks like it's tied, but ties go to the receiver, so it doesn't matter. Whoa, and we got some pushing, some shoving. Not a lot of loving. As the officials are jumping in there. No flags as of yet. That was caught, and he's down. Overshown's trying to make a show of it, but he's just being a dick. Which is not unusual. It's not unusual for Overshown to be a dick. It's not unusual because the Cowboys are kind of dicks. Sorry if you're a Cowboys fan and watching. I'm a Giants fan. I'm going to be a little biased. I'm going to be a little biased. I'm going to try not to be. I'm trying to be as straight a shooter as possible. But, also fuck the Cowboys. Like, what do you want? 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Steelers. Justin Fields in shotgun. He's looking around. They're saying somebody moved on the Steelers. Cowboys are pointing, and there are flags out, and that is going to be another flag. So we are at 7 now. Full start. That's the second one. That one's going to be on the running back, Ward. So we're up to 7 now. Again, this game, there is no Micah Parsons or DeMarcus Lawrence in this game. Right now for the Cowboys, 2 of their biggest defensive players, if not their biggest, most impactful players. So 3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 8. And Fields takes the snap in shotgun. He's going to pull it down, try to run it himself, and not get anywhere. He's going to lose about 2.5 yards, maybe. Yeah, he's going to lose about 2 yards. And so it's going to be 4th down, and the Steelers, after getting the fumble from the Cowboys, are going to have to punt. And I still left the flag icon up there. Sorry about that, folks. Whoop. Get that sucker down. 4th and 10. Here comes the punt, and the kick is indeed away. Boomer gets all the way down to the 34-yard line, and that is where the Cowboys will take over. As we take a look at some glass blowing here, apparently, on NBC. They're making a glass Steelers logo. Good, that's some artistic talent. It seems like it, and after we had the Giants game that was fairly lowly penalized, as far as refs go, and even today, like the refs kind of took over after the first quarter. There were no flags in the London game this morning, and then from the second quarter on, they seemed to kind of added on a bunch, and that was not great, but. Still, I think there was only maybe 16 flags in that game. But here we are. We're not even through. We're through the first quarter, and we're just barely starting the second quarter, and already up to 7. It seems to be a primetime thing. It seems to be primetime. The refs love throwing the flags. It's like, hey, guys, we know why you're watching primetime football. We know why you waited around for an hour and a half in a weather delay. It wasn't to watch the Cowboys. It wasn't to watch the Steelers. Come on, guys. Don't fool yourself. We know why you watched. It's for the stripes. You watched for the stripes and for flag. You liked watching us throw that flag. You like all the flags that we throw. Flags. Flag. 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 You love the flags. We know that's why you're watching. Watching for good football, exciting football, big yardage. Fuck that. We know that's not why you're watching. You're watching to see us stripes. And how slimming they are. You see how slimming these stripes are? They're so nice. And you're looking to see us just throw those glorious yellow hankies. Oh, look at the high arcing rainbow shot, man. Look at that. That was a great one. That's why you're watching your primetime games here, baby. Fuck the players. Fuck talented athletes. It's all about the officials. It's all about the flags. We know. We know. The NFL's not dumb. They know. They see what happens to the game's ratings when you don't have too many flags. If there's not enough flags, the ratings tank. Man, nobody wants to watch that. You have to have the flags up there. A minimum 15 or 16 flags, or otherwise, who's watching? Who's tuning in? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see a flagless game. What, are we serious here? Come on. Come on. Boy, I'm getting punch drunk tired here. I'll tell you that. 1st and 10, that's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott, and he's going to get about 4 yards on the carry. His first touch of the game. 2nd down coming up here for the Cowboys. Thank you so much for joining us and watching us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to join us in the chat, chat is open right now. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out an incredible amount. If you want to help donate or go visit our merch store, those links are in the description below and in our chat. Dak Prescott, he's going to chuck it out of the backfield. That's going to be caught by Turpin. There is a flag. It looks like it's going to be a face mask from what Turpin is requesting. And he may just get it, but there is a flag down, so the flag number goes up regardless. Personal foul. There is a face mask on the Steelers, and boy, oh boy, did he pull it. Although, with these officials, I'm surprised they didn't call it on the Cowboys. Because that's what happened to them. The Cowboys, they committed the face mask against the Giants, against Bellinger, our tight end, and Bellinger got flagged for the face mask. So, go fucking figure. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Cowboys after the penalty. They are now on their own 38-yard line. I'm sorry, on the Steelers' 38-yard line. That's an apology. We have a bit of a trickeration pitch to CeeDee Lamb on a reverse. Doesn't quite work out well. Steelers sniff it out, and that's going to be a gain of 2 yards. And now we have, who's that? Is that Zach Martin? pushing a ref? Like, was he getting into a shoving? Like, how was he not thrown out of the game? The ref was getting real physical with him. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott takes the ball, and he's going to complete it. And that's going to be a huge gain to the 20, to the 15, down to the 13-yard line is Ferguson for the Cowboys, their tight end. As that is the 1st and 10, and the Cowboys, again, are driving deep into Pittsburgh territory. Cowboys going so deep. They're going so deep. Deep inside Pittsburgh territory. Oh, so deep. Sorry, when it gets late night and I get kind of loopy here, the ASMR kind of comes out. Football ASMR. It gets weird. It gets weird here late night, folks. It gets real weird here late night. 10, 16, 15, 14 on the clock. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott, and he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be about a half a yard loss as a Steeler loses his lid. That's going to be T.J. Watt, who loses his hat. 2nd down and 11. As we are at 9:45 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Dak Prescott in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's running out of time. He gets hit as he throws, and that is out of bounds. Turpin was the intended receiver. 3rd and 11 now coming up here. As the Steelers showing all kinds of pressure. Again, that Steelers defense, they bend, but they are not breaking as of yet. And we have a Cowboy down, Cowboy offensive lineman. He has taken a knee. That's Tyler Guyton, 29th overall selection from Oklahoma, as we see here on your television screen, if you're watching, along with NBC or The Cock on Peacock, which is just a terrible app and a terrible service. I just want to put that out there. Their stream sucks. It is always constantly lagging and jumping back and forth. Like it's just the worst. Padres appear to be killing it against the Dodgers, 7-1 there in that game. So it looks like the San Diego Daddies are going to come away with a playoff win here unless the Dodgers have a massive comeback, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Again, we've seen weird stuff in football on this Sunday. Why not weird stuff in baseball too? Why not? Why not? Why not? It can happen. If you're big into the Dodgers, if you're a big Dodger person. I'm checking the Twitter X, checking all these things happening right now. Trying to see what's going on as we are currently in a commercial break on NBC and The Cock. As we know, T.J. Watt, career sack number 100 that he has, and he's second fastest player to reach that mark. I believe, as we saw in the graphic before, that was Reggie White that got there quicker, I think. I don't know. Again, I think sacks have only been an official stat since 1983. So, as we're coming back here from commercial break, as we see just another commercial. Down some coffee. I might have to make another cup at halftime. I'm going to let you know that. That might have to happen. And this time it would be the apple crisp that I'm making, certainly. Reggie White definitely certainly was one of the greatest Packer players, and he also was a fantastic Philadelphia Eagles player. And you can't forget that. That's where he really made his name, was there in Philadelphia. Him, Seth Joyner, that was his time. As much as I hate the Eagles, you have to give respect to Reggie White there. And we got flags. As we got another offsides here. This one is going to be against the Cowboys, so that's going to push them back here. As we are up to 9 flags now in the game. We are very close to double digits, and we are not even at the halfway mark of the second quarter. So 3rd and 16 now from the 19-yard line for the Cowboys. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be a gain of 4 yards. But Lupke, I just like saying his name. Lupke. Sounds like a Swedish fermented fish meal. Like lutefisk. You have some... you want some lutefisk with your Lupke? Or would you like Lupke with your lutefisk? So Brandon Aubrey coming on for field goal to get the Cowboys up 3 points again. This is going to be a 33-yard field goal attempt, well within his range. Snap, hold, kick, up, and that splits the uprights. Of course it does when it comes to Brandon Aubrey. When he missed that kick at the end of the Giants game, that gave the Giants a shot to win the game at the end. That was quite the shocking development. Brandon Aubrey does not miss kicks, but he did there. But not here, as the Cowboys now have a 6-3 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, Reggie White was really one of the first major free agents when free agency first hit in the NFL, when the union was having lawsuits over it, and there was a big back and forth about free agency, what could be or not done in the NFL. And finally all went through, and they got free agency. In the NFL, Reggie White was one of the very first big names, and I know they said that he wanted to re-sign again with Philly, but Philly didn't want to sign him for the price that he was asking. They thought he was washed. So to Green Bay he went. He won his Super Bowl there. Again, just kept on playing well. And again, it's a shame that we lost him so soon the way we did. Basically from sleep apnea, unfortunately. He basically just stopped breathing in his sleep. Here we go. We got a kick, and that's going to be a dynamic kickoff touchback. And so the Steelers will take over at the 30-yard line. As we see more terrible NBC and cock animations. As we have a handoff to Najee Harris here on 1st and 10. And he's going to gain about 4 yards up to the 34-yard line. Tough running, angry running. Kyle Brandt's going to love that. He's probably going to add that to his show on Good Morning Football tomorrow morning on the NFL Network. ELS, you have yourself a great night. I know it's a late night, so everybody's kind of going to be cutting out early here, but thank you so much. Fuck the Cowboys as a Packers fan, I see. Got to go. Have a good one. Go Pack, go. Go Giants. Fuck the Cowboys. ELS, thank you again so much for all your help and everything that you do here in the chat, and for helping us get to 100 subscribers. A lot of that is you're doing, and you're helping with us here. So again, we personally, myself, Jimbo, we cannot thank you enough for all the help and all that you're doing for us, and hopefully all the help and all the good times that we're going to have in the future. Thank you so very much, ELS. You have a good night, man. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow, because we'll be doing Monday Night Football, Saints at Chiefs. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers from the 40-yard line. Again, that's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. Again, Najee Harris. Second down, I want to say probably about 7, as we see Russell Wilson inactive, but dressed as the emergency third-string quarterback. Actually, give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6 on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up here. As we see Justin Fields, he's going to take that ball and run it himself. Designed run for him, and he's going to get close to a first down, but he's going to be about a yard short. As now we have some fisticuffs and chicanery and shenanigans happening on the Cowboys sidelines. As we're going to have 3rd, and I want to say probably about 1 considering where he went out, and it is indeed a 3rd and 1 coming up here for Justin Fields and the Steelers. Justin Fields, it was a fake handoff, and he's going to run, and he tried running through some Cowboys there, but he's going to be about an inch short of the first down. That's going to depend on the spot. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think he got there. He's going to be about, I want to say, 3 to 6 inches short. He's going to be short by either being sad or being happy, either way you look at it. Fourth and inches. Steelers going for it at the 50-yard line. Quarterback sneaking. He's got it easily. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. And they keep the ball moving. Clock now under 5:10 to go as it is rolling, as we're getting closer and closer to 5 minutes to go here in the first half. So 1st and 10 from the Cowboys 49-yard line. Justin Fields, that's going to be a handoff to Najee Harris, and he's going to get, maybe even 7 yards as he kind of gets pushed forward. And there is a lot of jabberjawing going on between the Cowboys and the Steelers. One of those rare rivalries between conference opponents where there is serious hatred. As there is a long and storied history between the Cowboys and the Steelers, and it just seems to be in the franchise's DNA. So 2nd and 4 coming up here. Justin Fields, again, that's going to be handoff to Najee Harris, and he's going to be lucky if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 4 coming up as we take a look at Arthur Smith with his very weird mustache. Same thing I'm going to tell him is the same thing I'm telling Travis Kelce. Please shave that fucking thing off. It looks weird. You look creepy. It looks like you own a white van that is used for nefarious purposes. Just going to say that. Just going to say that. It's not great. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Steelers. Clock down to 3:20. Justin Fields, 3rd and 5. He's going to break it out to his left. Throws down the field. Broken up. He was looking for Pickens, but that was closer to being picked than it was being caught by Pickens. And it's going to be 4th and 5. Steelers are going to have to punt from midfield. Well, around midfield. They're at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Close enough for government work. And the Steelers are getting ready for the punt. Let's see what they can do here. And there seems to be an offsides on the Steelers. So we have another flag. And that puts us into double digits for the game. And that's just in the first half. We could get 20 or more here before the game is over. We certainly hope not, because the referees and their flag sucks. But what are we going to do here? I got nothing else to root for this game. Why not? So the Steelers get the kickoff. That's going to be fair caught at the 15-yard line by the Cowboys, and that's where they'll take over. Actually, if we're talking about from a selfish rooting standpoint, as being a Giants fan, obviously I would prefer if the Cowboys lost, because then you have the Cowboys and Giants have the same record. And again, we play them on Thanksgiving, so hopefully that's a game that we can win from them. The Giants appear to be playing better and better every week. And especially looking at this week, this is the best game the Giants have played in 2 fucking years. So who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen? But the Giants are playing better, and I'll say that. And of course, always the Cowboys losing. But I want a good game. I want a competitive game. So I don't want this to be a blowout either way. I don't want the Cowboys to look bad. I don't want the Steelers to look bad. I want this to be good as we go ahead and watch this game. Am I focusing on my fucking gap in my teeth? Not a meth head, just a diabetic with bad teeth. What are you going to do? Nothing I can do about it. But thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching along here on Sunday Night Football, which was delayed about an hour and a half due to lightning in the Pittsburgh area. So we're going to have a nice, super late night. I hope you got some coffee out there, or if you're just having a good night boozing on a Sunday, which if you are, you madmen. What are you doing? Or woman. I have no idea who's watching us here. You could be a man, could be a woman. Either way, I think you're nuts if you're getting drunk on a Sunday if you got work on a Monday. But I don't know, maybe you don't have work on a Monday. I have no idea what's going on in your life. But either way, I'm hitting the coffee. Probably going to make a nice, fresh cup during halftime. And as for you, I would suggest doing the same, especially if you're going to stay up and watch this game, especially if you're invested, if you're a Cowboys fan, if you're a Steelers fan. Thank you so much for watching us here. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Come on in, say hi, say how you doing. Tell us how your teams are doing, how your teams did today. If your team's playing now, how the Cowboys are doing, Steelers doing, what your thoughts on this game are, how's your fantasy team doing, anything like that, you can come in and join us. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely. Like I said, the likes help with the algorithm. Subscriptions help us get closer and closer to being monetized, which of course is what we're striving for here. And hopefully, again, the closer we get to that, you guys are getting us closer and closer every day. And so we thank you so very much for your likes, for your shares, and for your subscriptions. If you want to help and donate to the show, our donation station links are in the chat and also in the description, as well as our merch store. Those links are in the chat and in the description. New stuff being added every single day, trying to add more stuff. We just have our brand new Washington football team of Redskin Commanders shirt now in the shop, and more stuff coming out during this week. Dak Prescott on 1st and 10, little dump off there to Ferguson, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, 6.5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up here for Dallas, or 2nd and a long 3. TJ Watt's got a big hunk of Heinz Field sod in his face mask after that play and tackling Ferguson. And we have 2nd and 4 coming up here now. Dak Prescott and shotgun. Calls for the snap. Gets it. Back. Looks. Throw. Getting pressured. Throws and just kind of throws it sidearm away. Out of bounds. As that's going to be 3rd and 4 now coming up for the Dallas Cowboys. Just a relaxing. 2:25 left here in the second quarter. Dak Prescott, he's got trips left. He's back. Looks, got good protection. Throws all the way down the field, wide open. Is that Turpin? Or Tolbert? I think that's Tolbert. Sorry. Indeed. As Jalen Tolbert with the target, the reception, and the big gain into Steelers territory, as he's going to be out at about the 32-yard line there of Pittsburgh. So 1st and 10 for Dallas. as they're looking to maybe get the first touchdown of the game. But we're going to hit the 2-minute warning before that. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to midnight. Singing a little Iron Maiden here for you. It's going to be a weird night. It's late, and I'm tired. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, getting ready for the London game. So we said that we did broadcast the London game, Jets at Vikings. We then did the Giants and Seahawks at 4, which was a wild game. Giants pulled it out in the end with a blocked field goal returned for a touchdown, where the Seahawks were trying to kick the field goal to tie the game and probably send it into overtime. Giants special teams gets the block, the scoop, the score, and ice the game away as they go ahead and defeat. And again, Daniel Jones played a great game. He had 2 deep passes that were completed to actual Giants and not intercepted. So that was crazy. And again, so lots of crazy stuff happening this week. I've been up for a lot of it. I am super tired, getting a little loopy. But I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports and keeping me company. If you want to come into the chat and join us in the chat is open. Come say hi. How you doing? Everything's going on like that, as we're going to go ahead and check, as it is now 11 o'clock. This game would usually be coming to its conclusion right about now, but instead we are up super late because of the delay. Still hanging out here, just looking around, looking on Twitter X, see if there's anything interesting going on. It does not appear so. As I don't know what is up with Twitter. It always says we're on the lookout. Why push something in trending, and then when you click on the trending topic, it says silliness. Sorry for the yawning. Trying to stay awake here. I apologize, everybody, but here we go. Getting ready to coming back from the 2-minute warning break here. Bottom of the 9th, Padres 10-1 over the Dodgers. Dodgers up to their last licks. They got to get 9 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Let's see if they can do it. Anyway, I never changed the possession arrow back to the Cowboys. That's my fault there. Sorry, everybody. But the Cowboys have been driving for most of this time. Here we go. 2nd down coming up for the Cowboys here. Dak Prescott throws on 2nd and 5, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Down to the Steelers' 20-yard line. Cowboys have 2 timeouts remaining. That's right. I forgot to take the timeout off because they lost their challenge. So, there we go. $1:18, 17, 16 left here in the first quarter. Dak back, looks, throws. It's going to be complete to Ferguson, and he's going to gain about 5 yards. On that, we're going to have 2nd down and 5 coming up here for the Cowboys. As the clock is now under a minute here in the second quarter. Cowboys, Dak Prescott looks, throws, picked off out at the 1-yard line. Picked off at the 1. And again, the Cowboys moving it down the field, moving it well. Moving it well. But then right at the end, again, they had a fumble when they were driving in the first quarter, and now they have an interception when they're driving here at the end of the second quarter. Kills another drive, and that's killer. Now, again, the Steelers have it only at their own 1, so we'll see how they're able to go ahead and deal with that. But again, Cowboys, costly turnovers, murderous turnovers. Can't have those. Cannot have those. And so the possession arrow goes right back to the Steelers. And here we go. 6-3 currently, second quarter. Under a minute left to go. Steelers are just going to try to get some room there I would imagine. Hopefully try to get a first down. Cowboys have 2 timeouts, so I'm not sure. I mean, they can stop the clock and try to get the ball back with some time left here in the quarter, but we'll see how much time they will have left when they do so. Looking at some highlights here of the Dodgers-Padres game. And for all intents and purposes, it does look like the Padres are going to tie that series up 1-1. Again, just flipping around here. If you want to come into the chat and join the chat, keep me company here on this late football Sunday night, you can go ahead and do so as we are past 11 o'clock, getting towards the witching hour. And not the Scott Hansen witching hour where losses become wins and wins become losses. But just the witching hour as in, like, it's fucking late and it's almost midnight. We're getting closer. This game is not going to be done until early Monday morning. We're going to go straight from Sunday Night Football into Monday Morning Football. And I want to thank you all for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports for this late night extravaganza as we get fucking weird. It's getting weird, folks. It's getting weird. Might get a little blue. Sometimes I do a little football ASMR. A little sometimes subtly sexual football ASMR. As there are teams who want to get deep penetration into gaping holes. Anyway. So, under a minute here, as we go over this interception from Dante Jackson. And Pittsburgh's going to run it out of the end zone and get to basically the line of scrimmage, second down. 48 seconds left, and Dallas will take their second timeout as they're trying to see if they can get the ball back here. Sweet, delicious, high-quality H2O. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to drink your water. Hydrate or dihydrate. That is the key. Whether it's Gatorade, getting your electrolytes, or just water, you can have water even flavored with stuff. Whatever it is, make sure that you do hydrate. And don't die. Your body craves water. It craves being full of fluid. If you just drink soda and coffee, you're going to fucking die. So drink some water and hydrate. That's your message here from Stay Tuned Sports. 2nd and 9. It's going to be another handoff, and that one's going to be a little bit further. It's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards, depending on the spot. It looks like it's going to be about 3 yards. So third down coming up here. Cowboys will take their final timeout as 45 seconds now remain on the clock. Aaron Shanklin, he made his NFL debut apparently last week with the Colts. Thank you, NBC and The Cock, for providing that information. Man went to Harvard. Good for him. Good for you, smart guy. As you take another look at a guy who did not go to Harvard, but that would be Snoop Dogg. And we have the third handoff here for the Steelers, and that's going to be a gain of 4, maybe 5. And it's going to be about a yard short, though, of the first down. But the clock is going to tick, tick, tick down. And, of course, the play clock is more than what the game clock is. So that could just end the half. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. As the Steelers are jogging off the field, as the Cowboys are as well. And that is going to end the first half. As we are now at 11:09 here, Eastern Daylight Time. And we finally have hit halftime of this game that was delayed for an hour and a half because of lightning. So, here we go. Halftime in Pittsburgh and Heinz Field. Cowboys 6, Steelers 3. Not exactly lighting it up here. Not exactly the most exciting. But, hey, listen, I made a dedicated response. I said, I'm going to be here and watch these games with you. And God damn it, am I going to be here and watch these games with you. So, that is what we're doing here. And we will be here until the end of the game. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we go ahead and watch these games. And I'm going to go ahead and probably make some coffee. I hit a wrong button. It's late. I am so tired. So I would not, that's just me hitting bad buttons there, But here we go. Let me jump back over here. I hope this one doesn't jump right on. Let me see. Oh, it did. That's not what I wanted. Because I do want to have a little music here as I go ahead and make my coffee. But that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go ahead, going to take a little break here for halftime. And make myself another cup of coffee. Try to stay awake here for you folks. Thank you so very much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we get ready now for the second half of the Cowboys and the Steelers and another late night here in the NFL. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. It helps us out immensely. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the second half. And I'll be back with a nice fresh cup of coffee. we're back here. That was not much of a fade on that one, but what are you going to do? Coffee is made. I'm back here. We're ready to go. Getting ready for the second half here. The second half, as we see, they're talking to Snoop Dogg again. Snoop Dogg, D-O-double-G. Thank God Snoop Dogg. See, this is the thing, and this is why everybody kind of likes Snoop Dogg now, and he's like the big guy and everything. And you notice that's how people react to Snoop. And then you see somebody like Diddy, and you realize how everybody's always been kind of just really weary of Diddy, and like not have that same attitude when it comes to him, or feel the same way when it comes to him. And I think there's a reason why, because Diddy is a diddler, and he's a terrible person, and Snoop, no matter what you think about him, just seems like a genuinely good dude who just likes to get high. And as a genuinely good dude who likes to get high, I agree with you, Snoop. I'm with you on that one, 100%. So thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this very late night. It is a very late evening here, and we are just hanging out together. Let me go ahead and start sharing some of this stuff here. Here we go. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, checking on the old Twitter X, checking on the Facebook, checking on Discord, checking on just a lot of things, seeing what's going on around, see if there's anything interesting happening as we wait here on halftime. It's good to see Daniel Jones love on Twitter. It is, people are. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying. As a Giants fan, you don't get to enjoy a lot, so I'm enjoying today. I'm enjoying the Daniel Jones love. Again, in the last 4 games, Daniel Jones 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that was a Hail Mary in the Dallas Cowboys game. And like people are saying, he's been doing that, and with the insane amount of drops that have happened, mostly from Slayton, but the Giants receivers have been very bad as far as catching the fucking football. So seeing Daniel Jones doing well, progressing, getting better every game here. Again, after that Minnesota game was bad. He played very poorly. I don't think there's any questions about that, and it was looking bad to start off with. But Daniel Jones really has played well this season from an objective standpoint, not just me being a Giants fan, stepping away from a Giants fan. And I know that there's a lot of Giants fans that want to murder Daniel Jones anyway. So, I mean, it is what it is. But this Giants fan, from an objective standpoint, Daniel Jones has been getting better every single game he's played very well. Like I said, he had 2 long passes today. A lot of people said, Daniel Jones can't throw the deep ball. He threw 2 deep passes today that were completed to New York Giants that weren't intercepted. One of them was a touchdown. I'm sorry. I have hope again with Daniel Jones. I do. I like the kid. I want him to do well. And I honestly think that we're a couple of Brian Daboll mistakes away, like not having a backup kicker when you have an open roster spot against Washington. We have a kicker in that game, the Giants win. If we have an open roster spot, the Giants win, which means right now we're at minimum 3-2. And again, if we're able to get better play calling against Dallas, knowing that the run isn't working and instead of trying to bash the run in, at least try something else and get a touchdown. We get one touchdown in that game, we beat Dallas. So the Giants could theoretically right now be 4-1. Instead, we're 2-3. And I think a lot of that has to do more with coaching than anything else. But here we go. We're ready to kick off the third quarter. The Steelers are going to get the ball first here. And here's the kick. And that's going to fall in the landing zone. So we're going to have a return here. Steelers get a return up to the 27-yard line. And that's where they'll start off their first drive of the second half. As I take a sip of this beautiful apple crisp coffee. Of course, this was recommended by our man in the chat, ELS. He's gone. He's long gone now. It's a late night. So if you're sticking with us, thank you so much for hanging out late night with us here on Stay Tuned Sports. And that delay turned this into NFL After Dark late night here. Oh, Justin Fields gets away from what should be a sack. Now he's running the other way. Gets absolutely drilled as he tries to throw the ball. But he got, oh my God, did he get popped. Is this going to be a flag on Dallas for, how do you get a flag for hitting? Like, this is still football to me. Oh, because he launched into him. Okay. He launched in under the chin. So, all right, I'll get it. So, we're waiting to see what's going on here from the Mr. Official's personal foul, roughing the passer. It could also be targeting, if we're going to be honest. That's going to be on 91, Mr. Wheat for the Cowboys. He was trying to separate the wheat from the chaff, and he almost separated Justin Fields' head from his body. They don't seem to be taking him off the field. The current backup for the Steelers is Kyle Allen. But Fields appears to be staying in the game. Russell Wilson is just saying, "Can I go? Coach, let me in, coach. Let me in. I want to be in. Let me in. I could be dangerous." Oof. What just an absolute slaughter. Brother BKL Contreras, a.k.a. the Sportstainment guy. I'll call you Sportstainment. I'll call you Brother Contreras. Brother BKL. Great to see you in the chat, man. Thank you so much for joining us here on this late night. It's going to be late. It's going to be weird. Thank you for hanging out with us here late night. As this game is going to be a lot later than we had expected because of the lightning delay. About an hour and a half later start than usual. So I am sucking down some coffee, trying to stay awake here. And I hope everybody else is doing the same. But also, stay hydrated because otherwise, boy, it's gonna be bad. Also, the amount of coffee I've been drinking, I'm probably gonna be cleaned out. But it seems like they are making Justin Fields go in for a concussion protocol test here, so they're taking him off the field anyway after that play. So it will be Kyle Allen. And for at least one play, if not more, depending on what the concussion protocol test seems like. It seems like Justin Fields is okay, but the NFL is always being safe with it now. So we'll see how long this takes. But Kyle Allen in for the Steelers right now, 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line, under center. Play clock under 5. He takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Najee Harris, and Harris is going to gain a good chunk of yardage on 1st down. 2nd down coming up here for the Steelers as Justin Fields continues to get the concussion protocol test in the blue tent. I'll tell you what, man. It's because again, I had this ready to start, ready to go. 8:15's jumping on, and then ended up having to delay all the way down to 9:45. So is what it is, and that's what we're here for. We're going to go ahead and stay up with you again. And I've had a rather long day. Big pass over the middle of the field, and that's going to be caught. He was down. He was down. They said forward progress and progress. Can't speak. But that's going to be a first down for the Steelers as Justin Fields now comes back on the field after that great play by the Steelers backup quarterback. Justin Fields back from concussion protocol, seems to be okay. That was Freiermuth with the reception, as now the Steelers are in Dallas territory. Gain of 19 on that pass, and they are on Dallas's 33-yard line now. Fields in shotgun, takes the snap, trips right, looks, throws. That's going to be caught for a gain of 7 yards. And 2nd and 3 coming up. Jefferson with the reception. And brother BKL, man, if you're having fun in here, you like watching us, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. On 2nd and 3, that is going to be... I thought that was picked. But that is instead caught by Jefferson for the Steelers, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs. Man, what a bullet that had to be. Great throw, great catch. 1st and 10, Justin Fields throws out to Freiermuth, and that is going to be... Are they going to give him forward progress? Because if it's forward progress, he got back to the line of scrimmage. So at least it'll be 2nd down and 10. He didn't lose any yardage. Well, close. They say it's 2nd and 11 here. So, but yeah, if you like what you're watching, you like us here, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch, man. And I can see I imagine you got your own YouTube channel as well, my brother. And that's cool. Check that out. And we'll probably give a like, a share, and a subscribe to your channel as well. Justin Fields back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught. Wide open. Touchdown. Steelers, we have our very first touchdown of the game. It took here into the 3rd quarter. But Connor Hayward with the touchdown. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Three-point lead currently. Extra point will make it a 4-point lead for the Steelers. Boswell, snap, hold, kick, up. It is going wonky, but just makes it in. And that's going to be a 10-6 Steelers lead here early in the 3rd quarter. I was going to say, you had the rain. I'm imagining the rain had something to do with there. Brother BK, man. I think the weather maybe, because the players came out, they warmed up, then they had to go back. You got a little bit colder. They brought in fucking sandwiches for them. They're all, getting full of Subway, eating fresh. And then they have to go back on the field, and they have to warm up again. And so I think there might have been a lot of that kind of, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Where maybe led to the low-scoring first half there, where we had 6-3. Now we get the Steelers going ahead and moving along here. That drive was great. Even with their backup in there, they got that big 19-yard gain to Freiermuth, and then able to go ahead and move the ball. Got a big gain there. Hayward with the touchdown. And now here we go. Now the Cowboys seem to have to respond. But trying to respond against this Steelers defense is tough for anybody to do. And the Cowboys, again, had some really great drives in that first half. Down in the red zone, down in goal-to-goal situations. And then, again, you had a sack strip fumble from T.J. Watt. Not surprising. which ended one very promising drive. You had Dak throw an interception on another goal-to-goal drive where the Cowboys looked like they were going to punch it in for a touchdown. So he throws a pick there. Again, the Cowboys seem to have had good effort, good drives, but kind of almost like with the Giants game, they looked good. They looked like they were going to do something, and then they kind of stalled, or mistakes happened, and then they weren't able to go and capitalize. So they either had to settle for a field goal, or there was a turnover, or something. The same thing here. It seems like there's just they're good between the 20s, and then they get into the red zone, and it's just they get stuck in mud. I don't know if that's the Cowboys or if that's the Steelers defense buckling up, because again, the Steelers defense is very good, if not one of the best in the NFL, if not the best. In my mind, even being at 3-1, I think they're clearly one of the best defenses in the NFL, and a big reason why they are 3-1. Because again, it's taken a while for the Steelers' offense to kind of get into a rhythm and get better. And Justin Fields has been getting better every single game. He has been improving, much like Danny Dimes I talked about. Daniel Jones has been improving every game for the Giants. Justin Fields here in Pittsburgh has been improving every single game. So that was good to see, especially if you're a Steelers fan. That's good to see. You want to see that. You want to see the improvement coming from Justin and the Steelers, and the offense now contributing along with that defense. That's going to be a dynamic touchback as the Cowboys go ahead and are going to take over at the 30. And boy, I'll tell you what, man. Like, you look at that, that's like, was Dak trying to force it to CD on that play? I don't know. But that's a problem. And you can't force it. And if you force it, just like love, just like a pass, just like anything, if you try to force it, it's probably shit, just like a fart. So 1st and 10, Dak over the middle. That's going to be caught. That's going to be Tolbert with the catch, and that's going to be a first down, close to it, if not a first down. And indeed it is a first down for the Cowboys. 10-yard gain. Cowboys are going to have it at the 40-yard line as they get another fresh set of downs. 11:27 here in the third quarter. Lots of time. Again, second half just started as we're getting closer and closer to midnight here. Of course, we are at 11. Ooh, throw over the middle. Ferguson looking for a flag. Did not get it. As Minka Fitzpatrick there with the coverage, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Cowboys. 11:36 here on the East Coast, Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what we're doing over here, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. You can join us in the chat. Say hi, say hello, say how you doing, how's your team do today, how's your fantasy team doing, how's your bets going, anything like that. Share it with us here in the chat. That's going to be a handoff to Ezekiel Elliott, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. So 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Dallas Cowboys. If you want to help us out here, you want to donate some to us, we have the link for our donation station from Buy Me a Coffee down in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. Also in the description, it is there as well as our merch store. Links are in the chat and in the description as well. The current leader on a leaderboard for donation is Bryce. He's donated $5. If you go ahead and beat him, you get your name on the ticker as well. 3rd and 5, big pass downfield. And that is going to be caught for a first down, a massive first down, as Turpin with the catch. And the Cowboys, again, are cooking as they are in Pittsburgh territory. Big pass from Dak Prescott. But again, the Cowboys, good between the 20s. They can move the ball. They have good drives. Can they finish this drive? This is going to be down on the Steelers' 20-yard line. So here they are. They're in the red zone right now. They're right on the edge of the red zone, but they are in the red zone. Actually, they marked it at the 21, so not quite in the red zone. But 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott in shotgun. Steelers showing blitz. And that ball is batted at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick, it looks like there. Nope, that is Elliott with the block there. Sorry, got the numbers wrong. That's 25. And again, that Steelers defense, when they show pressure, when they show blitz, that's scary times. That's scary times. Second and 10. Dak back looking, throws, again getting pressured and sacked again. But we have some flags down. Will this be holding TJ Watt back there? It was kind of a game of meet us at the quarterback. He gives a little celebrationary kick, and it looks like it's going to be against the Cowboys and declined. Indeed, it was holding against the Cowboys. That is going to be declined. But the flag was thrown, so it goes on a counter. Like I said, there are some YouTube channels here that only do accepted penalties, but I don't have a penalty counter. I have a flag counter. So flag gets thrown, whether it's accepted or not, whether it's picked up, I don't give a shit. Flag counter, it goes on the flag. You got brother BKL here in the chat saying, between the stats saying that Dak got 198 yards between the first half, and we'll get right back to that in a second. As Dak throws, that's going to be caught by Ferguson, the tight end, at the 20. And that's going to be 4th down. And again, the Cowboys stall when they get into the red zone or close to the red zone area. Brother BKL in the chat, again, he said, with stats say Dak got 198 yards in the first half, but second half, he needs to have more drive and focus and keep the momentum. Plus, CeeDee Lamb, 2 yards, is literally troubled by the Steelers' defense. Yes, the Steelers' defense is monstrous, and we're seeing it. So here comes the Dallas Cowboys kicking. It's blocked. Oh, no. The Cowboys have another drive that ends up with no points. Oh, great goodness. Great googly moogly. Or as some people would say, holy shit. Cowboys are in some deep trouble right now as the Steelers defense and now the special teams coming up big, getting a block there. I don't know. That kick looks like it might have been going wide anyway. My God. That was terrible. But yes, as you're saying, the Cowboys right now, I think, need to be perfect just for a chance to catch up. And I'm going to be with you there, brother. It is not looking perfect right now for the Cowboys. Anything but the Steelers with a 4-point lead on the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys had a couple of big plays on that drive, but again, got to the 20, got gummed up by that Steelers defense, and then go for the field goal on 4th down. Get it blocked. No points on the drive again. This is the 3rd time the Cowboys have had a good drive deep in the Steelers' territory and end up with no points. It had a fumble, we've had an interception, and now we've had a blocked field goal. Everything that can go wrong for the Cowboys is going wrong for the Cowboys right now. And so there are some issues that they're going to have to clean up here if they want to get back into this game in the third quarter. If you're the Steelers, however, you have an opportunity now. Again, the Cowboys don't have Micah Parsons. He's out. They don't have DeMarcus Lawrence. He's on injured reserve, I believe. So he's out for at least 4 weeks. You don't have 2 of the most dangerous defensive weapons that the Cowboys have. This is your chance as the Steelers to get down the field and start putting your foot on that throat. I mean, a field goal will be fine. Again, that still only puts you up a touchdown. But if you get a touchdown here, you go up 17-6, you go up 11 points, and the way that your defense has been playing against the Cowboys here, and then you force the Cowboys and Dak to have to throw. Again, they've been good throwing the ball, but if you have a situation here where you're forcing them, as we saw, Dak trying to force a pass is going to end up being most likely an interception, or he's going to stand back in the pocket too long, take the pressure, and there's going to be a set. This is a chance for the Steelers to really take control of this game on this drive. So we're going to see coming up here if the Steelers can go ahead and really put their foot on the throat of the Cowboys and take control of this game, or will the Cowboys defense come to the rescue, get a quick 3-and-out, which is also certainly possible, and get the Cowboys back to the ball in relatively good field position. And hopefully the Cowboys then would be able to try to get another drive together, get down the field, and get right back into this game. But we're going to find out here soon as the Steelers are going to take over. As we take a couple looks here of inside I didn't see which restaurant. Was that Panamity Brothers or somewhere else? I have no idea. But 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. I'm sorry, from the 27-yard line. I looked at the wrong one. So Justin Fields, he's going to throw Najee Harris out of the backfield, and he's got room, so much room, to the 40, to the 45, to the 47-yard line. And that is where he is finally taken out of bounds, and the Steelers with a big gain on first down, and they have a fresh set of downs now to play with. 1st and 10 from the 40, I want to say 7-yard line. Justin Fields was feeling the pressure. Cowboys got good pressure on him. Got it to Najee, who bobbled that ball. He was lucky he held on to that. But once he got that, he was gone. And indeed, it is the 47-yard line of Pittsburgh where they have it. Najee Harris, 32 rush yards in this game. A couple more with the passing. Justin Fields, again, feeling the pressure, looks, throws, and he's just going to throw that out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Steelers. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on this very late night Sunday night football game. It's going to end up going into Monday morning football here in just a couple of minutes, believe it or not. What are we at? We are at 11:45, so about 15 minutes. We're going to have some Monday morning football here for you. Been a long-ass day for me. Been up since 6 o'clock getting ready for the Jets by Minnesota game. I've been watching that, so been with you all day here on Stay Tuned Sports. 2nd and 10 up here, and that's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe 6, depending on the spot from the officials for the Steelers. So 3rd and marginal, 3rd and midway there for the Steelers. 3rd and 4, actually it is, and that's going to be thrown through the hands of Pickens. Everybody else has seemed to have caught the ball today. Pickens has been very quiet. And again, a pass thrown to him, but it goes through his hands. It was a little high. I'm not blaming him on that one. It was a little high. But man, that's rough. Again, brother BKL here in the chat. That's true. Between the injuries to the Cowboys, that's a problem. Indeed, it is for the Cowboys. And here we go. There's a punt by the Steelers. The kick is away, and that kick is gonna fall. Oh, they could not stop it from bouncing into the end zone. But we have another flag. Let's see. These refs love throwing their fucking laundry all over the place. And what's this one going to be? This is going to be holding. It is going to be on the Cowboys. So that's going to be a half the distance to the goal penalty because it was going to be from the 20. So it's going to be to the 10 yard. Well, yeah, half the distance to the goal is 10-yard line. So it's a 10-yard penalty anyway. So who gives a shit? Anyway, yes, brother BKL in the chat. He says between the injuries to the Cowboys, that is indeed a big problem. But when you watch the Steelers, they do get they're getting perfect offense from Justin Fields. Yeah, that touchdown to Hayward was absolutely beautiful, and that was a great drive that they had as well. But listen, Najee has been playing well in this game. I will say that Najee Harris is playing really good in this game so far. So I'm not. Again, I think the Steelers are playing well. Again, they could have put more pressure on the Cowboys on that drive. It kind of stalled out for them. Again, they're going to have to rely on their defense and hope that their defense is able to go ahead and stop the Cowboys once again. If the Cowboys are able to start putting something together in the red zone, again, between the 20s, the Cowboys are playing very well. They're picking up chunk yardage. They're picking up chunk plays. They're playing well. Once they get into the 20, once they get into the red zone, once they get into a goal-to-goal situation, it all seems to go wrong. And I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. I mean, we're seeing it unfold right before our eyes. So until they change that, until they're able to change that narrative that this game has established for them, of that they're good between the 20s, but they can't punch it in when they need to, that's going to be the working assumption. Is this the drive they break that narrative? Or will, again, the Steelers defense hold them and either hold them to another field goal block, a turnover, who knows? Or do we get a 3-and-out? I don't know. The Cowboys, again, starting deep in their own end, about the 10-yard line, if the penalty is to be believed. Twitter is a little behind. As people are still talking about a blocked field goal. Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Get with it. Go to the program. As we look at NBC and Peacock, the cock, they're going through the history of the Cowboys and Steelers rivalry, mostly through the Super Bowl. Again, they've played 3 Super Bowls against each other. Again, it seems to be one of those rivalries that you have between an AFC and an NFC team that seems to just run through the DNA of the teams, even though they only play every 3 years. So here we go. Every 4 years now. Sorry about that. That's going to be a handoff on 1st and 10. And that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards for the Cowboys. So 2nd and 5 coming up here. Rico Dowdle with the carry. They're calling it 2nd and 4, actually. Dak Prescott under center. I formation. Takes a snap. That's going to be another handoff, and that's going to be close to a first down, but not quite. It's going to be about a half a yard short for the Cowboys. Again, that looked like that was Dowdle with the carry. Close, but he's about an inch short from where he is. Cowboys only have 3 third down conversions in this game so far. It's going to be a handoff, and boy, just got over. Did Lupke, the rotten Swedish fish-sounding meal name, Lupke. But it is a first down for the Cowboys, so 1st and 10 as the Cowboys keep moving the ball. First and 10, thrown over the middle for CeeDee Lamb, incomplete. Brother BKL in the chat saying, speaking of which, if you are a Cowboys fan, no. Definitely not a Cowboys fan. But Brother BKL says, if you're a Cowboys fan, here's a question for you. Do you think that there must be a Jerry Jones curse? And is it bad luck? I got to say, actually, here we go. We got a Ferguson first down catch from Dak Prescott, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Fresh set of downs as they are moving the ball, still in their own territory, but moving the ball. I think you'd have to ask a Cowboy fan. Most Cowboy fans, I think, are really starting to turn on Jerry. I'm going to tell you what. For the most part, I think Jerry Jones has put together very good Cowboys teams. He's put the talent on paper there with the Cowboys. 1st and 10, it's going to be a rush. Dowdle breaking through tackles, and that's going to be a 13-yard gain on 1st down as he gets to the Cowboys' 48-yard line. 1st down as they're approaching midfield here. I think as a general manager, I believe he's actually done well as far as collecting talent, signing talent, having the right people, the right pieces, the right players. And I think he's had that for 20-plus years. I think the Cowboys have always put together a talented team on the field. It's just getting execution, whether it's through coaching or the players or whatever. We have a stoppage in play here. No flag, or is there? There is a flag, indeed, and that's going to be false start on the Cowboys. So we have flag number 14 here. We also see an injured Steeler going into the blue tent, had to be helped in there. So when it comes to Jerry Jones, I don't know if there's a curse. Now, again, as an owner, as being a little meddling with coaches and with players during the season, that's a different question. But as a general manager, I think he's done well. And we have another, Jesus Christ, can we get fucking officials, man? Another false start. I understand that, but at this point, let it go. At this point, just stop throwing a fucking flag. I really hate that. Here we are. We're not even done with the third quarter. We got 15 flags already. It's like, listen, like, why are we throwing flags? I don't know. Now, rule change I would have: referees have like a minimum of 10 flags that they can throw for a game total. You can only throw 10 flags. Once you get 10 flags, you can no longer throw a flag. I don't care if somebody clotheslines a motherfucker. Can't throw the flag. So be more judicious with your flag throwing. That's going to be thrown and caught by Ferguson after the 2 penalties. He gets back up to the Cowboys' 45-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 12 coming up here. As we see TJ Watt taking a breather on the sideline here as we have 2nd and 12 here. .320 left here in the third quarter. Dallas has 2nd and 12. Dak Prescott back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Tolbert. And it's going to be still 3rd and long. I want to say about 3rd and 8, maybe 3rd and 7, possibly, depending on the spot of the ball by the officials. Dude, it's been a problem all year with these officials. It feels like they think, we're not here to watch the game. We're not here to watch football players. We're here to watch the stripes and then throw flag. That's what you came here to see, right? We didn't come here to watch football. We came here to see officials throw flags. So on 3rd and 5, actually, that is going to be thrown and completed again to Tolbert, and that's going to be a 1st down with forward progress. And the Cowboys move the chains after having a ridiculous amount of penalties. They're able to go ahead and get the 1st down as they are now on the Steelers' 40-yard line. And again, they're driving. Between the 20s, they're driving. Actually, 41 is where they spot it. Dak takes the snap. Can't find anybody open. He's running to his right. He throws, and that actually gets through. Caught by Ford. Have you driven a Ford lately? No, that's incomplete. Did they say that was a catch? I thought they said it was a catch. And I'm looking at that now. That definitely isn't. Okay, yeah, they did not call it a catch. So on 2nd and 10, they're going to hand it off here, and that's going to be a gain of 3 yards for Dordal, as we're now under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Nick Herbig was the injured Steeler that was being helped off the field, now down into the Steelers' locker room with a very bad and heavy limp. 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys from the Steelers' 38-yard line. Dak Prescott in shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He steps back. He's looking to throw. Steelers showing pressure, and Dak falls. Was he tripped? Was it a shoestring tackle, or did he just fall on his own? I don't know. Either way, it's going to go down as a sack, but we have a flag here now. What is this flag? As it is holding on the Steelers, they call holding on the Steelers. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. So a penalty on 3rd down keeps the drive alive for the Dallas Cowboys. As we are up to 16 flags now. 16 candles and flags because the officials can't help but keep it. Who did they call holding on? Boy, Dak looking like a goofy fuck falling. It kind of looked like Daniel Jones there for a second. Earlier in the game with the Giants. But here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Cowboys after the 5-yard penalty given to Dordal. And that's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot. And listen, this is the thing here, Brother BKL. Like when we're looking at it, Like, I don't mind, like, an obvious flag. And listen, if the refs are going to call a tight game, like, I don't like it, but I don't mind it either, as long as it's consistent. And I think that's the bigger problem, is not so much that there's been a lot of flags, but they've been so inconsistent with their calling throughout the games. So 2nd and 7, it's going to be a handoff to Darnold again, and he's going to get it to about a yard short of the first down. So that's about a 6-yard gain for Dallas, as we are reaching the end of the third quarter, and it looks like the Cowboys are content to let the third quarter run out here. 3rd and 1 coming up when the fourth quarter resumes. Are the Cowboys going to try to get a playoff? Teams always do this, and then they never do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And, of course, they don't. That is the end of the quarter. Put your fours up, ladies and gentlemen. Put your fours up. We have reached the fourth quarter of this late-ass game on late night here. I have been with you since 9:30 this morning when the Jets took on the Minnesota Vikings in jolly old England at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I, again, watched with you as the New York Giants prevailed over the Seattle Seahawks in rather unbelievable fashion, as the Giants played maybe their best game in 2 years. As all facets of their game were clicking today. And now I'm here with you at the end after an hour and a half weather lightning delay in Pittsburgh. We got a late start. 9:45 was when this game kicked off. And we are ready to hit midnight. In fact, we just did. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Morning Football. We made it. We made it to Monday morning. And we have a whole quarter to go. Thank you so much, BKL, brother BKL, joining us in the chat here. If you're watching us and want to join us in the chat, and well, it is open for you, for everybody. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely. The likes help us with the algorithm. Share us like your favorite STD or whatever have you. Again, that helps us get more views and gets more people here, which of course helps us immensely. And of course, if you subscribe, that gets us closer and closer and closer to that goal of eventually being monetized. Of course, we had a goal of reaching 100 subscribers by the end of this football season. We reached it in week 5, thanks to you guys. Thank you so very much. Myself and my broadcast partner, Jimbo, who was not with us today. Again, we cannot thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you have done and how much you've helped us and your support. We cannot do this without you guys. So again, thank you so very much. Again, if you want to donate, help us out here, we have the links for our donation station from Buy Me a Coffee down in the chat, also in the description. And we also have our merch store link down there as well. We've got some Giants merch in there. We got some Jets merch. We got some Eagles merch. We have our brand new Washington Football Team of Wrestling Commanders shirt that is in the shop right now. Also coming soon, we also have the 8-bit helmets there for the Giants and the Eagles. We will be also putting the 8-bit helmets now soon for the Seahawks. And I believe the Packers are also coming soon. You'll see that probably sometime next week in the shop. So keep your eyes out for that. Check it out if you like anything. If you have any requests, if you have a team that you want to see specifically, I will eventually get to all of them. But if you want to see like a specific 8-bit helmet or me do something with one of these teams or your favorite team, let me know, and I'll see what I can do for you there and getting that into the shop. So here we go. 3rd and 1. Cowboys starting off the fourth quarter with a handoff, and that is going to be just enough on the run from Darnold to be a first down for the Cowboys as they continue to drive towards the goal. Will the Steelers defense be able to hold them as they have before? Or will the Cowboys finally punch it in and get their first touchdown of the game? We are in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys have not scored a touchdown yet. They've had 2 field goals. They've had an interception in the red zone. They've had a fumble in the red zone. And they've had a blocked field goal in the red zone. Oh, big hit. And that's going to be about a 1-yard loss there. Wilson with the hit on the ball carrier. And Cowboys working Darnold here, but on that one did not work out well. And that Steelers defense hits hard. 2nd and 10. Dak Prescott. He's going to throw. Looked like he was going to run it down, but that's going to throw into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Cowboys. Dowdle with the catch. He just got his face rocked on that last play, but is able to go ahead and get the touchdown there. And the Cowboys get their first touchdown of the game, and they're taking the lead. The Steelers had a chance to put their foot on the throat in the last drive. They were unable to do so, and the Cowboys finally make them pay. And snap, hold, kick up, good for the extra point, and it is now a 3-point game as the Cowboys are up 13-10 on the hometown Pittsburgh Steelers as we have just started the fourth quarter. And of course, it's part of the sport entertainment family. Wherever I jump in and out, no matter what, it's all about these buttons, the like, the share, the subscribe, and you're absolutely correct. Thank you so much again, brother BKL. Of course, I'm going to return the favor in liking, in sharing, and of course, in subscribing. Thank you so very much for your support and your help here with us here at Stay Tuned Sports. We appreciate it immensely. Like we said, to everybody who has subscribed to us, everybody who has supported us and gotten us to the 100 subscribers and even over now that we have here. Again, I cannot thank everybody enough for how quickly things have moved here. So again, thank you so very much. Let's jump in there. Let's see here. I want to give. Let's see here. Let me see. Go to channel. Here we go. We got you. You got yourself a subscriber right there, brother BKL. So don't you even worry about that. We got you there. We got you the likes. We got you the shares. We got you the subscribes. And that's what we're going to do here. That's what we do. We support each other. We get these channels up. We get these channels moving. And again, I want to thank you so much for helping us out and for the support. And it is a blast to go ahead and return the support to you as well. So here we go. Early in the fourth quarter, Cowboys finally got their first touchdown of the game. Steelers, again, like I said, earlier in the third quarter, had a chance to put their foot on the Cowboys' throat and could not get the offense to move. Cowboys now on the next drive here. The Steelers' defense, as well as they've played all game, you can't keep it up forever. And they're getting a little bit gassed, maybe. So the Steelers, I think, need a sustained drive here. And they have to at least get a field goal, at least tie the game. Get a sustained drive, eat some clock, let your defense rest a little bit. Get them a little bit of time on the bench before you put them back on the field against the Cowboys. And that kick's going to land in a landing zone. And the Steelers are going to return it to the 30, to the 35, and that is where the Steelers will be down, and that's where they'll start their drive here. First drive of the fourth quarter will be from their own 35-yard line. Oh, did I have to? I forgot to move the possession ball again before. So there we go. It is the Steelers' ball. It was the Cowboys' ball before, but apparently I missed that. So that's on me. That's a bad on me. But here we go. 13:45 left in the fourth quarter. Still early. It's going to be handoff to Najee Harris, and he's going to get a gain of about 5 yards on his first carry. So second down and 5 coming up here for the Steelers, as they had the Steelers actually at the 34, not the 35. I thought he got to the 35, but again, the officials always seem to do a yard shorter of where it seems like the ball carrier stops. So that just seems to be something that I've noticed over the last couple of years, and it's not always the best, because you'll see bad spots happen all the time. But here we go, second and 5 for the Steelers. Fields under center, play action. He's got time. He looks. He throws and just overthrew. Missed Pickens completely. I don't know what the fuck he was throwing at there. But that's going to be incomplete, and 3rd and 5 coming up now for the Steelers. They cannot do a 3 and out. They cannot be 3 and out. And again, they got the, I don't know. Boy, oh boy. This is going to be a big down here. Steelers, I think, have to convert. Steelers are 1-8 with an average of 7.3 yards to go on 3rd down. Not great. Justin Fields, he gets pressured. He throws. They're going to say that's a fumble, but the Steelers recover it past the 1st down marker. So what do we got here? Is this a Steelers 1st down? I thought that might have been an incomplete pass. What the fuck is going on? What are we doing? What do we got? So they're calling 1st and 10. They're saying it was a fumble by the Steelers. The Cowboys tried to recover. Couldn't do so. That arm's going forward. That's an incomplete pass. And that might be another challenge from Mike McCarthy. Or not even. I think the replay assist came in and said hand was moving forward, incomplete pass. So it is a 3 and out here for the Steelers. Yikes, exactly what you couldn't have. And you're going to give the ball right back to the Cowboys. Little rest for your defense. And this can now maybe get out of hand for the Steelers, as the Cowboys now can put their foot on their throat. As that punt is going to go out at the 14-yard line. And the Cowboys will take over there. Ooh, boy, and that's it. That was incomplete. I thought it was incomplete to begin with, because it looked like his arm was going forward as he just kind of tried to get rid of it, and they called it a fumble. I was like, eee. If that's a fumble, then whatever, then he has it. But it turned out that, they ended up agreeing with the fact that, incomplete pass. So I like the replay assist. I think they need to expand that with a lot of things. Again, like that should have been able to help reverse that call back on Thursday night, 2 Thursday nights ago, when the Giants played the Cowboys, and they called the face mask on the Giants for 15 yards and killed their opening drive, when it was the Cowboys. I believe it was Overlook who was the one who was pulling on Bellinger's face mask. So that was egregious. And that should have been something that was helped with replay assist and wasn't. So I don't know. It's what the rules are or aren't. Why the NFL doesn't just have it expanded? Why don't they just have it, open and transparent where we can see that? Like, that's the one thing I liked about the XFL is their replay system was absolutely open. You heard the referees talking to the replay assistants, and the replay assistants talking back down what they saw on the replay, everything like that. The NFL will never do that, which I don't know why, but do that. Let us know when you take away the idea that there could be some shenanigans or nefariousness behind the scenes, and you make it transparent so everybody can see what's going on. And, like, listen, if a replay assistant says, I just don't see enough, or I don't think it is, or something like that, at least you're seeing it and you know it's honest. It's not something nefarious going on. But the NFL, I guess, likes the controversy. I don't know. So they just keep on letting that go. But let's see here. As we see just on Twitter X, they keep on showing that. Padres tying up their series with the Dodgers after a 10-1 win. And Tatis taunting the fans after the fans were chucking stuff at him during the game. So it's always fun. And yes, we were seeing everybody in there. Tom Grossi, fellow football YouTuber, saying, welcome to Monday Morning Football. As I just said too as well, NFL official account says it's officially Monday Morning Football in Pittsburgh. And here we are, baby. It is indeed Monday Morning Football as we are at 12:13 a.m. Monday morning. Dak is in shotgun. Takes the snap back. Looks. Throws. That's going to be tipped at the line. Incomplete. Lucky to fall incomplete for Dallas. as it fell in the middle of nothing. Middle of the Bermuda Triangle, if you will. So 2nd and 10, 12:50 left here in the fourth quarter. Again, Pittsburgh defense needs to come up big here. They did get a little rest. The Pittsburgh offense not able to get much of a drive going. So it's going to fall again onto the defense to do something. That's going to be a handoff to Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to get about 4 yards on the carry. So we're looking at 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 5, based on the spot of the football. And we have a Cowboy down, injured Cowboy. And that's what I mean. Is like the NFL does change. They seem to change a rule every year. They have all these other things, and now again they just added the replay assist this year. But the replay assist can only help on, they said, like spotting plays, or like a quick, like if there was a complete or incomplete or something like that. But for like a penalty call, they say it can't help. Even though, like, again, on a call that's that egregious, like in that Giants game where they called the Giants for face mask when it was the Giants tight end Bellinger who had his face mask pulled. Like, that's something easily that you can call down and be like, no, that's wrong. Please change that back, because it wasn't the Giants with the face mask. It was the Cowboy with the face mask. And that's something that could have been easily fixed and done, but apparently that's not allowed by the replay assist. So, again, it's these frustrating constraints on the rules for some reason. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But we're in an injury timeout here, as NBC and Peacock will take any opportunity to go ahead and pump more ads out. So we're gonna say, hey, listen, maybe I'll just put an ad out of my own, like I do all the time. If you like what you're watching here on Stay Tuned Sports, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching along and aren't already in the chat, hey, listen, we got Brother BKL. He's in the chat. You can come in, join him, join me, talk about how this game's ending here on this early Monday morning, as we're just watching football here together, because we're football crazy people. We're just football crazy people, and this is what we do. So come join us in the chat. Talk about how your team did, how your fantasy team did. How did your bets do today? Did you get any good bets in there? Bad parlays, bad beats? Come in the chat. Let us know. Chat's open for you to come in and say what is up. And, of course, as always, if you like what you're watching, like, share, and subscribe. We have a donation station link down in the chat and in the description. If you want to help us out there at Buy Me a Coffee, you can donate some bucks. Right now, the leader in the clubhouse is Bryce Kemple, as you see him on the ticker just going by. He has donated $5. You want to get your name on a ticker? You got to do better than $5. However, like I said, any little bit helps. Even if you want to donate 50 cents, it doesn't matter. Any little bit helps, and we thank you so much for that. Next week actually might be a game. Like, if the Giants play as well as they did today, this could be a game. Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants, 1-4, 2-3. We know Sunday Night Football wanted to get Washington in on that game. I forget who are they playing next week, but they wanted to get them in on this game, and they will not be getting. I think it might be Baltimore. I don't know. But that's going to be a pitch out to Darnold, and Darnold's going to get a big gain on 3rd and 6, first down for the Cowboys as they move the chains as the clock gets eaten. And here we go. The Cowboys starting to move the ball. And just what the Steelers don't want. The Steelers have to get off the field quickly here. Get some rest for their defense. The more they're out there, the more tired you're going to get. And again, as great as this defense is, you can only do so much. And it looks like the Cowboys might be starting to exploit that and wear them down, as the Steelers' offense has sputtered here in the second half. Dak Prescott with the play action. He's going to throw wide open Ferguson, and that is going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. Yeah, that's it. Washington is playing the Ravens. That's a game that I think people, I believe NBC was begging CBS to give them. And CBS said, fuck you. That's a big game. We want it. And so Such is life, such is the case. So we have Giants bagels. Giants bagels? I could go for a giant bagel. I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 3. Again, that's going to be Ezekiel Elliott with the carry and a first down for the Cowboys as they continue to move the chains. And we have a flag. Another flag. Another flag. Oh, boy. We've just got flags out the asshole. Of course, the refs are assholes, and they love throwing flags. What do we got here? And we have an injured Steeler down. Or is that because of the flag? DeMarvin Leal is the injured Steeler down. DeMarvin Leal. We still have the flag here. What do we have? After the play here, personal foul on the Cowboys. So it will be a 15-yard penalty, but it will be still 1st and 10 after they move back 15 yards. And we have some punches, and we have some pushes, and then we have a helmet to the chin. Just some pushing and shoving, and not a lot of loving. And Fat Man had a hard time getting up there, put the helmet right into the chin. And I believe that is what drew the flag. And there it is. You see the flag come in on that one. So up to 17 flags. I was going to say, man, I cannot wait to get to bed here. Nisa, thank you so much for joining us here. Nisa, Thailand. Hey, what's up with this Thai Chief Asset? That's this is my wife's. Oh, it is Chief. Okay, how you doing, Chief Asset? You're your wife's YouTube. Okay. I'm at work now and you're at her laptop. Alrighty. Yes, okay. So it is great to see you again. Joined you in the morning for watching the Jets and the Vikings. And now got you here. Glad the Bengals lost. Of course, yes, you're a Chiefs fan, so you're glad the Bengals lost. And the Bills lost as well. It's been a good day for you when it comes to football. Indeed, it has, Chief Asset, 1,000%. If you're a Chiefs fan, today has gone pretty well. Although the Broncos being 3-2, all of a sudden, maybe the Broncos, is Bo Nix starting to feel it? Bo Nix starting to get under his get a little wind under his wings, as it were. And that's it. There's no bedtime in the stream, baby. We're living in the stream. We're living in here. There's no sleep. There's no time in here, even though it is, 12:21? Yeah. So technically there is time, but man, in here, time doesn't exist. And indeed, dude, the Giants looked good. Maybe their best game in about 2 years, but a great game from the Giants. Daniel Jones looked really good again. He's improved and looked good. Every week he's gotten better and better and better. Like somebody said, the last 4 games, Daniel Jones, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that 1 interception was a Hail Mary during the Cowboys game. So that one, again, I don't even really count. A lot of people don't count that. But Daniel Jones looking good. And, man, I'll tell you what. Like, and it makes me more upset when I think about Daboll not putting a backup kicker when we had an open spot during that game with Washington, and knowing that Graham Gano had an injured groin, and still not putting the backup kicker when you had an open spot. We only took the field with 52 active when you're allowed 53. And again, if we have a kicker in that game, we win the game. It's that simple. If the Giants have a kicker in that game, Giants win the game. And then I think of the Cowboys game and how if we just get one decent red zone offensive play call and punch it in, we win that game. So again, the Giants right now, I believe, if Daboll wasn't an idiot in some of these calls that he made, are at worst 3-2 and could possibly be 4-1, with the only loss being to the Vikings. But instead, here we sit at 2-3. But again, 2-3 is not bad. I'll take it. You know, a win is a win. First and 10 for the Cowboys. Dak, big pass down the field, picked off. Oh, no. Not what you needed to do on that one. Dak tries to go big ball, and it gets picked. Pardon me as I am choking on myself here. Cowboys, 3 turnovers in this game so far. We had a fumble from Dak, and now his second interception of the game. Joey Porter Jr. with the pick. It was intended for Tolbert, just overthrown a little bit, and Joey Porter Jr. comes down with it. And that is the break the Steelers needed, as they have the ball now on their own 37-yard line. They're going to pitch it back here to Najee Harris. Najee gets flipped over. I think he gets down close to the 40. He was airborne for a bit, but I think he got close. Dude, Tracy Jr., what a game. Slayton, I would hold off on, because that motherfucker can't hold on to a ball to save his goddamn life. He did get a touchdown today, so that's good. But he dropped more passes today than he caught. So pause when it comes to Slayton. 2nd and 7, that's going to be Fields holds it, keeps it down, and he gets about 2 yards short of the first down. So that's a gain of about 4 for Fields and the Steelers, and 3rd down coming up. The Steelers need to get a first down, move the chains. And Fields holds it, keeps it down, and that's going to be a first down. Oh, they're marking him short. Oh. Let's take a replay here. Let's see. That's close. Well, it's a game of the Steelers offense that has had a bit of a problem going forward, and we knew that was going to be a big problem coming into the game. And just this season, that it wasn't going to be a record-breaking offense. And it's also a game of the Cowboys having to go up against the Steelers' defense. And I'm not saying the Cowboys' offense has been any great shakes this season, because it has not. But they've also gone up against the Steelers' defense is a bit of a struggle. So, and that's going to be a first down for the Steelers. They did make it first down, as Red used to say back in the day. And the Steelers desperately needed to get a first down, desperately needed to move the chains, and they just get it by half a football. And thank you again so much. Again, we have our boy from Thailand in here, Chief Asset, in here under his wife's name. Pretty cool. Nice to see you. And, of course, we have Brother BKL in here as well, hanging out with us. Monday morning football. Can't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, 12:27, really close to 12:30. Justin Fields on first down. He's able to get the pass completed as he's getting hit. Pressure getting to him in the backfield. But is able to complete the throw. That's a gutsy throw. That's a gutsy throw and gutsy catch. Great asset there in Thailand, and it's 11:27 a.m. there. There you go, baby. There you go. You got yourself you're close to afternoon there. Like I said, this morning when I was watching the Jets, it was, 8 or 9 o'clock at night over there for you. And now here it is. It's 11:27 in the morning over there for you. So I was there when you went to bed. I'm here when you're awake at work. And we're watching along here as Najee Harris takes the handoff. And he's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Steelers. Under 8 minutes now here in the fourth quarter. Steelers have to keep the ball, have to keep moving, and they have to be able to get within field goal range at least to try to tie the Cowboys here. As time is ticking away here. Justin Fields takes the snap. He's looking, throws, incomplete, hit as he caught it falls incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 1. Decision time here for the Steelers. Do you go for it or do you not? I did not stream the 1 o'clock block. There was not a game in there that I felt like was good at the time. And of course, we had a lot of good games in the 1 o'clock slot. We had the Bengals and Ravens going to overtime and Bills and Texans down to the last kick. So there were a lot of good ones. But I felt like doing 4 games today might have been a little much. So instead, I just did the Jets and Minnesota there at 9 o'clock. I did the Giants at 4. And I'm doing this one now, which again took a little longer to get to than we had hoped for or wanted to. And that's why we're here at 12:30 Eastern Time watching Monday Morning Football. And boy, can I tell you that when this is over, I am excited to go to sleep. It's been a long day here at Stay Tuned Sports. I got to tell you that. It's been a long day, but enjoyable. I have enjoyed the day. We started the day with 97 subscribers. We are ending it with, it looks like, about 103. So we've made some great progress. You guys have helped us get to over 100 subscribers. And again, I cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. And thank you so very much for your support and everything that you guys do. We cannot do this without you. And again, the support is extremely appreciated. 4th and 1. Steelers going for it. Justin Fields hands off to Najee Harris, and he's going to just get there. He's going to just get there. But listen, just get there is get there. And that's going to be a first down for the Steelers. Mike McCarthy, he's very upset. But it is what it is. The Cowboys were pushing. No, that's a first down, and it's a first down by a lot. I mean, relatively by a lot. Justin Fields, whoa, big throw down the field. Incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jefferson. 2nd and 10 coming up. Great asset here saying I'm going to make up some excuse to not come into work tomorrow morning so I can watch Monday Night Football uninterrupted. Now you're thinking with portals. Now you're thinking. Now that's good. I don't know why I did the presidential thumb thing. Yeah, very much. Thank you very much. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Or go to Epstein Island. 6:49 here in the 4th quarter. Justin Fields back, looking, avoids the pressure, throws. He does complete to number 89 there. And again, that's going to be 3rd and very short. 3rd in inches, 3rd and 1 they're going to officially call it. But it's going to be 3rd and just a couple of inches. Brendan Johnson with the reception. Justin Fields just avoiding the pressure. So another big, oh wow, that's a bad spot, I think. So it is like a full yard there. Justin Fields in shotgun, takes a snap, back, looks. He has time, steps up in the pocket. We have flags down. That's completed. And, oh, that's a late hit out of bounds. Way late hit out of bounds. That's got to be another flag. So I think that's 2 flags on the play. What was one flag? What was the other? Is this going to be offsetting? And that's going to pop us up there to 19 flags, I think, if we got the double flag there. As we have an officials conference going on. Because remember, folks, it's all about the stripes. Nobody cares about the players. Nobody cares about the teams. It's all about the stripes, and it's about the flags. We have encroachment on the Cowboys. That penalty is declined. We have a personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the Cowboys, 15 yards from the end of the run. First down, and again, that is 2 flags thrown. Even though one is declined, it doesn't matter because it was indeed thrown. So 19 flags now total for the game. And indeed, that was, not only was that late hit out of bounds, that was kind of fucking targeting. It's either that or I bring a laptop into the classroom and have the kids watch the football game with me. Hey, I would. Are you teaching like English over there? Is that what you're an English teacher over there in Thailand? If that's the case, what a better way to teach American culture than watching Monday Night Football? It's going to be a handoff to Najee Harris, and he's going to get to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, as we have some. There is some blocking going on still on the side there. Big fisticuffs going on between the Steelers and Cowboys. We're not seeing. They're not showing that. Lewis on the Cowboys has his shirt looking like Pat McAfee there. Just having a friendly discussion there over on a blocking play that had nothing to do with the actual play. Justin Fields in shotgun. He takes it. That's going to be a pitch to Freiermuth and touchdown. The Steelers punch it in, get a touchdown, and they're going to be up with the extra point. They'll be up by 4 once again. Big drive from the Steelers. The Cowboys helped them out with some really bad, costly penalties. And man, you got it. Like if you're the Cowboys, you can't you have to do better than what they did because that's just that doesn't help. That doesn't help your team. But there we go. It is now 16-13. Boswell setting up for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and that's going to split the uprights, and that is indeed good. 4-point game yet again with 4:56 left here in the game. The Cowboys have just a little under 5 minutes to try to answer. A field goal will not do. They are down 4 points. They have to get into the end zone. And your elementary English teacher, I'll tell you what, man, like I said, you want to teach English, American English, whatever it is, you want to teach a little bit of American culture, you show them a little Monday Night Football. That'll help. That'll help them. And that's how you could say it. You could say, hey, listen, it's not me watching Monday Night Football for my own benefit. I'm trying to teach the students about the proper use of English colloquialisms, American culture, and how they use their language. See, you got to finesse it. You got to finesse it a little bit. Oh, they're trying to say that we have a legal man downfield on this play that was missed. Can we please stop trying to ask the referees to throw more flags, NBC? For the love of fucking Christ, I'm glad they didn't throw a flag on it. Stop throwing so many goddamn flags, especially on the dumb illegal man downfield when he's 2 yards down the field instead of 1 yard. It used to be a 5-yard cushion, and then they made it 1 yard, which was dumb as shit. I still hate that fucking rule. I wish it needs to go back to 5-yard cushion there. Like fucking Christ. There you go. That's what I mean. And you could also teach him slobber knocker. Boy, that's a slobber knocker. Boy, he got hit. Boy, he got... And that's it. You could teach him how saying, oh boy, somebody got murdered doesn't mean actually murdered. It just means that he got very hard that maybe he wishes he was murdered. I don't know. You got to teach him the subtleties of the language. See, it's all about... See, it's all about teaching. It's about teaching the next generation. And listen, isn't the NFL all about the whole international stuff here? That's what they're pushing. So, I mean, you could finagle that, man. I'm telling you. Chief Asset, I think you could finagle that. So, 1st and 10 from the 30 after the dynamic touchback. And the Cowboys will get about a gain of 6 yards as Dawdle has the carry as the clock is ticking down. Again, we are under 4:40 now in the fourth quarter. Actually, they're marking 2nd and 5. I thought it was 2nd and 6. But again, my spotting abilities apparently are really bad. Again, 2nd and 5. Dak in shotgun. Hands it off again to Dawdle, and that's going to be another first down. Dawdle is putting in the work here for the Cowboys. A great asset in the chat saying, I definitely feel now that the Bills are definitely not competition anymore in the AFC. The Texans have superseded them. I'm going to be honest. I don't think either one of them are none of them super impressed me today. The Bills maybe with a bit of the comeback, but the Texans don't impress me yet. Still, I think they have a lot of issues and a lot of problems, which was exposed by the Bills today, especially in the second half. And the Bills again, they do have a lot of problems. We have another flag here. What's this one going to be? They're saying Pittsburgh called a timeout. Oh, that's the second of they had. Oh, they had an injury timeout. That's why. I guess, is that why? Is that why they took a timeout? I didn't see them take the first timeout, but then again, I might be missing stuff. So I didn't think I was, but wait, why is the Cowboys? Oh, I never gave the Cowboys back their timeouts. Okay, boy, I really am tired. I've been missing a lot of stuff here. So either way, there we go. Now everything's copacetic there. And again, the Bengals looked good, but they just couldn't. And I don't care. The flag was thrown. First and 10 for the Cowboys. Not much of a gain there. But no, like I said, I don't think the Bills. Like I don't. The Bills have had 2 very lackluster weeks. The Texans have had about 3. And again, the Texans' record is okay. But again, they don't look impressive to me. But again, in the NFL, a win is a win. But, if we're looking based on, impressive or not, definitely not impressive so far from the Houston Texans. The Bengals, here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. They're going to get a gain of about 9 on that play past the CD Lamb. Again, the Bengals are this close. And again, they almost won, which, again, McPherson hits that field goal 99 out of 100 times, but this time he just pushed it to the left and didn't make it. 3rd and 1, Cowboys with Dak under center. Changing the play. Cowboys moving around here. They have plenty of time on the play clock. He's going to pitch it to Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott, he gets close to a first down. If not the first down, they are marking it as a first down. So it is first down, Cowboys. They get a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10, as they are now over the 50 and in Steelers territory. Again, the Bengals are. Again, I hope they lose next week. I hope the Giants beat them. I hope the Bengals are 1-5 after next Sunday night. But again, you look at Joe Burrow. He had an absolute monster game. He had 5 touchdowns. He murdered it in fantasy football. But for some reason, their defense just isn't there. And again, just the pieces aren't falling for them. That's a throw. That's a catch to Tolbert at the Steelers' 40-yard line. 2nd down and 2 coming up here for the Cowboys. So, looking at it, it's like Cincinnati is 1-4. It is what it is. You are what your record says you are. But it feels like they're this close. But eventually you're going to run out of time. And being this close doesn't count for much. So that's going to be a handoff to Dawdle again. He's going to get a gain of about 6 yards. Clear first down as we have hit the 2-minute warning as Dallas is driving into Pittsburgh territory. Dallas, again, needs a touchdown. Field goal does nothing. The field goal, it does nothing as they are down 4 points. Even though they're close, doesn't count. They lost. So they have literally no tiebreakers for home. Yeah, I think, what are they? They're already 0-3 in the AFC North? That's not good. I think so. Oh, no, wait. That might have been somebody. That might have been the Colts. I think the Colts are 0-3 in the South because I don't think the Bengals have played the Browns or the Steelers yet. I don't think, anyway. And then on top of that, they could lose to the Steelers as well, so the playoffs are not looking likely considering the – yeah, no, that's what I mean is they have put themselves in a worse position than they have been on any of their other slow start seasons. And this is going to be really hard to get out of. And like I said, they're playing the Giants next week on Sunday Night Football. If the Giants continue to improve, if Daniel Jones continues to improve, if this Giants defense continues to improve like it has with all these games, there's a chance that the Giants beat the Bengals. Boy, if the Giants beat the Bengals, then I think it's absolutely nail in the coffin time for the Bengals season at 1-5. And all of a sudden, then you'd have the Giants at 3-3, 500, and after week 6, I'll take that. I'd take that any day of the week, considering how it was looking at the start of the season. After that Minnesota game in week 1. So here we go. First play after the 2-minute warning, 1st and 10 for Dallas. It's going to be another handoff to Darnold, and that's going to be a yard gain. Clock keeps ticking. Dallas has all 3 of their timeouts. Steelers are down to 1. From the way it looks, I believe that is at the big HVAC unit, the big AC, MetLife Stadium there in the Meadowlands. 2nd and 9. Dak Prescott looks, throws. That gets kind of bounced and bobbled all over the place and falls incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up for Dallas. The clock stops on the incomplete. 1:25 remaining in the game here. The Steelers need to stop Dallas. This is clear 2-down territory for the Cowboys. And yes, I call MetLife Stadium the big HVAC unit because that's what it fucking looks like. It looks like a central air unit that would be on the out of a suburban house. Gross-ass stadium. They spent $1.5 billion on that piece of shit. 3rd and 9. That's going to be thrown and caught. Completed. Ferguson, the tight end, catches it down to the 20. And another first down. As the clock continues to run down, the Cowboys want to leave as little time on the clock as possible if they score a touchdown. We are at 1 minute left in the 4th quarter. Dak Prescott looks, throws, he does dump it off, and that's going to be a run down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Dallas, 1st and goal. The clock is stopped. Dallas takes their first timeout of the second half. And it is squeaky bum time if you're a Steelers fan. T.J. Watt just missed Dak Prescott. On that pass. So the Cowboys have 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. And they have 52 seconds. They have a lot of time to work with here. A lot of time to work with. I want to thank you so much for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, you can join us in the chat. We got a couple people in the chat hanging out with us. Let us know how your team did on this, what was yesterday on Sunday, as we are now in Monday morning here on the East Coast of Estados Unidos. First and goal from about the 4, so they moved it back a little bit. So 1st and goal from the 4, Dak Prescott in shotgun. Tolbert in motion. Dak Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to, no he doesn't, fakes the handoff to Darnold. Dak Prescott going to run it in himself. No! He misses it. Does not get there. He is short. It's going to be 2nd down from the 1-inch line. He's down in bounds. Why isn't that clock running? And he fumbled the ball, too. Oh, is that why? Because the ball was fumbled out of bounds? But I think he's down before he's fumbled. Like his knee is down there, and then the ball comes out. So the clock should be running right now. So I think, again, that's a bad call from the officials. Is this what we're looking at here? And if so, like, what can you do then? Like, you already have, like, the clock's already stopped, so the Cowboys can have a play ready to go, and you do it, unless you do maybe a 10-second runoff, and then have the clock run. Like, I don't know. Or if the Cowboys want to take a timeout. We'll see. I have no idea what's going on here. Indeed, Giants with the big win. 29-20. I got to tell you what, man. Best game the Giants have played in 2 years. That's the best game the Giants have played since 2022. Daniel Jones looked good. He completed 2 very deep balls. The officials has given us a long explanation. Not sure what it is. They put 47 seconds back on the clock. I'm not sure why. Are they going to start winding the clock once it goes? Because the knee was down, but I guess I don't know. I think that's a bad call because the knee was down before the ball was loose or fumbled out of bounds. So that should be down in bounds. Clock should be running. I don't know. Refs are fucking it up again, but we'll see what happens here. Cowboys looking to punch it in. Okay, the clock goes back down to 37 seconds now. Boy, trying to figure out what the fuck these officials are going. I don't know. Clock winds, and here we go. Cowboys, handoff, Darnold, fumble! He fumbles it! And Dak Prescott is able to jump on it. Wow, what an opportunity for the Steelers. Cowboys take their second timeout with 30 seconds left. Oh, my God. Oh, if that was the way the game ended. Boy. Cowboys down to their final timeout. Helmet right on the ball. Popped out. All the Steelers were trying to block the run, though, so Dak was left as basically the only one to get that ball. Oh, my. Knocks him all the way back to the 4, though. Golden opportunity for the Steelers. Can the Cowboys capitalize and make them pay for not jumping on that ball? 3rd and goal from the 4. Dak Prescott in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. He looks. He's got time. He throws. Incomplete. Was going for Tolbert. And dropped it in the back of the end zone. He was open. It hit him. He just did not catch it. And it is do or die here for the Cowboys. 4th and goal. They need a touchdown to take the lead. If the Steelers stop them, it is the game. If the Cowboys score, it's most likely the game the other way. So this is, for all intents and purposes, the game. Down to this. 26 seconds left. Dak in shotgun. Cowboys are going to take a timeout as the play clock was running down. That is their last timeout. Why save it? You don't in this situation. As they're going to discuss it. As this is a huge play in this game. As we are at 12:52. We're going to be hitting 1 a.m. Eastern. No, we're not standard. We're still daylight. I think we got to wait till early November before we jump back to standard time. Although they should start eliminating that. Just have us on standard time the whole year, please. Either have us all on standard or all on daylight. I would rather standard personally, but if you're going to do daylight, fine, fuck it. I don't care. But just pick fucking something and stop the whole falling back and springing forward and fucking nonsense when it comes to the daylight savings. But here we go. 4th and goal. 26 seconds left. Dak is in shotgun. And now the Steelers are going to take a timeout. So, boy, got excited for fucking nothing. As we wait with yet another timeout. As we look ahead to the Bengals and Giants game next weekend on Sunday Night Football, which now, after the Giants' performance against Seattle, looks more competitive for the Giants right now. Even though I know the Bengals are 1-4, it is Joe Burrow, it is the Bengals. They're still a very dangerous team, but the Giants look pretty fucking competitive. So let's get ready to see what happens next Sunday night. But before we get to that, we got to see what happens here on this Monday morning football. Cowboys, Dak Prescott in shotgun, 26 seconds left. 4th and goal from the 4. Dak Prescott takes the snap. He's back. He's looking for somebody open. Throws. That is going to be caught. Touchdown. Tolbert. Cowboys take the lead. And with no timeouts and 20 seconds left, boy, this is not looking good if you are a Steeler. Currently a 2-point lead. Dallas going to kick the extra point here. We have... Oh, the Steelers jumped way the fuck off sides. So that'll be a flag. And I think that gets us to 20. It is encroachment clearly on the Steelers. Dallas is going to enforce that foul on the try. They're going to go for 2 points here? Or they just... Yeah, I was going to say, if you go for 2 points and miss it, then it's only a 2-point lead, and then the Steelers can win with a field goal. But nope, they are just going for the extra point here. And again, the Steelers jump off sides. At some point, the Cowboys are just going to say, fuck it, and they're going to go for 2. I think you're saying if he does it again, it's going to be a personal foul. So here we go. 3rd time's the charm. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is finally good. And the Cowboys get that 3-point lead with 20 seconds left. Good luck next week and sweet dreams, my friend. Tomorrow, Mahomes takes on the Saints for your Monday Night Football match. And that will be seen right here on Stay Tuned Sports. So I am excited for that great asset. We'll still see here. We got 20 seconds left until this game is officially put. Can the Steelers get within field goal range? That's the question. This game can still go into overtime. Long shot, but we've seen some crazier shit happen already this week, let alone this fucking year. So we got some shots here that can definitely happen. It was Tolbert, again, after dropping it on 3rd and goal, they went right back to him. He gets the catch while he is being pretty well blanketed. And a big-time catch. Cowboys needed it. And that is, right now, that's the difference in the game. And let's see what can the Steelers, again, the Steelers have no timeouts. Nobody has any timeouts. There's 20 seconds left. And it's kicked off into the landing zone. Clock is ticking for the Steelers. They only get it to the 20-yard line. 15 seconds left. This is not looking promising for the Steelers. They're going to have to get some deep balls here and get out of bounds immediately just to have a shot for Boswell to tie the game. Can they do it? Does Justin Fields have it in him to get a last-minute game-tying drive together? Cowboys have deep coverage. Justin Fields back. He takes a snap. He's going to step up in the pocket. He looks. He throws down the field and almost intercepted. 7 seconds left. That took so much time off the clock. And it's going to leave just one more play here for the Steelers. The field goal, I think, is out of play now. You had to get that play done or something done quickly. That did not happen on that play. And not only that, but he's thrown it in the middle of the fucking field. Which, even if it's caught, game's over. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, Justin? But anyway, 7 seconds left. This game is all but done. Snap. Fields. Now he does a quick throw. It's going to have to be a little hook and ladder, a little hitchy woo-woo. Throws all the way back there. Offensive lineman throws it back. It's to Fields. Fields now throws it back. That's Freiermuth. He just throws it up there. We're going to have a little bit of a rugby scrum here. Cowboys fall on it. Play is dead. Game is over. The Dallas Cowboys win the game here. Sunday Night Football. As now we got some talking and some fisticuffs and some shenanigans happening between the Cowboys and Steelers, but it doesn't matter. The Cowboys win. 21 total flags thrown in this game. That's not accepted penalties. That's the total flags. I count the flags, not just the accepted ones. So that's what we have here for this game. Cowboys pull it out at the end. Last second touchdown with 20 seconds left to go on a 4th and goal. Needed to get it, and they did. Win by 3 against the Steelers at Heinz Field, a game that was delayed by an hour and a half by lightning. And this long day of football is finally at an end. Salutations, my friend, great asset there from Thailand. You have yourself a wonderful and great rest of your day as you've hit noon there, as we have hit 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Didn't think I'd be up this late, but here we are. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to us today, getting us over that 100 mark, that century mark. Thank you so very much. Again, you have no idea how much you are appreciated and you are loved by myself, by Jimbo, by everybody here at Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now it's on the road to 200. And let's get there, folks, together. For Stay Tuned Sports, I am your boy King. By the way, if you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. We still have the donation station link down in the description and in the chat. Same for our merch store. Same for our Discord. I wanted to get that out there real quick. But it is time for me to get the hell out of here and get to bed. Same for you guys. Unless you're in Thailand, don't go to bed yet. It's only noon for you. You got work to do. But thank you so much for joining us here for Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Everybody have a great night. Adios.